Hello there, toy collectors. My name is Kevin, aka Toying Around, and I am very excited to bring you this special review.
If anything, the Kim family, they're archetypes.
Which is sad, but not always a bad thing.
I'm okay. I have one Zusi on the name.
Let's try them. Let's still try.
On. Here we go. Man. Hello there. October 14th. Remember this day. The night of the Sentinels for me. But hello there. My name is Kevin, aka Toying Around. I'm a toy collector, toy photographer, sometimes toy reviewer, and you are watching Unboxing Thursdays. I've got a huge pile, emphasis on this one specific pile, but a huge pile of toys next to me, and this stream is a weekly push for me to unbox things so I can make space and buy bigger toys. And I'm lucky enough to sit down each week and chat with another collector in the community and open toys and discuss this wonderful hobby that we all like. So whether you're tuning in live or catching up later, whether you're an opener or a mint on card collector, don't forget to hit the thumbs up if you like what's going on in the channel here every week. Consider subscribing with the notifications on so you won't miss any new episodes and new streams, and share that I'm live right now wherever you can. All of that goes towards getting more eyes on the channel, and that is greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. If you prefer Twitch, if you are on Twitch, this is also available there, twitch.tv/toyingaround. The YouTube channel recently hit 3,000 subs, and that's a huge thank you. See that in the corner there. That's new. That's new. Huge thank you to everyone who's subscribed, everyone watching, especially to the channel members. If you don't know, you can join the Butter Army or the Butter Rangers. It's completely optional, but you get a badge next to your name. You get special exclusive emojis in the chat, and depending on the tier, you get different perks. It's an enhanced way to interact with the chat, but it also helps support the weekly content here on the channel. So shout outs to people who were there. In terms of Unboxing Thursdays, last week was another great episode with the enablers. Check out the video. If you want to check it, there's a whole Unboxing Thursdays playlist. This is episode 72 tonight, so there is a lot of stuff for you to catch up on if you haven't checked it out yet. And next week will be Fabio from the ACBA podcast. So make sure you're subscribed. And that's enough of all of that stuff. Got all that stuff out of the way. Tonight's episode, my first guest is a fellow vintage Marvel trading card collector. He's more of a connoisseur, and he does marketing for a large toy company. The other is a geeky friend of mine who has designed some of my favorite figures in recent years, some of which will be open tonight. They are Ryan Ting, the Tweezer Toy Teaser, aka Pinvisible Man, and Kyle Wlodyga, aka the Wild Dog. What's going on, gentlemen?
What an intro.
Great intro.
Yeah.
It took me like 3 minutes to make all that up.
A lot of alliteration there.
I hope Yoko's here for that intro, so she knows it can be done.
The Tweezer Toy Teaser. It's almost a wrestling name.
If that's not your Twitter handle, it should be.
Well, guys, thank you for being on. You've both been on separately on here to Open Toys, but just had this idea based on where you guys work that, you collect different things, but it's all a nice mishmash to bring it all together. Kyle, in case people haven't seen you before, what do you collect? What are you into?
Well, I collect a lot of Ultimates. Might be because I work on them for Super 7, but I'm also really into DC stuff. I have some 6-scale stuff. I have an entire shrine to Black Panther, which most of this is provided by our friend Ryan Ting here with all of these Hasbro products. And Power Rangers I'm really into, Godzilla, heavy metal, Mythic Legions, all kinds of good stuff. So I get, again, quote Office Space. I guess I sort of like them all.
That sounds like a lot of us, just a lot of awesome properties there, man. And thank you for coming back. We actually did a video yesterday. I'll be editing that soon and putting it out. And Ryan, how about yourself? What do you collect?
I collect a lot of Marvel Legends because I work in marketing for Hasbro there, doing the Marvel Legends Big Three, hashtag Marvel Legends Big Three. I don't know if that's really a hashtag. We can make it one. So yeah, what do I collect? Ninja Turtles, obviously. I decked out my display for Turtle Thursday. That's what this is called, right? Did I get that? Did I get that right?
Turtle Thursday?
Thursday.
Unboxing Turtles Day? Yeah, it doesn't matter. We're all
Yeah,
fans.
like I love Ninja Turtles. I love Transformers.
Hold on. I think for
Um,
people who are used to seeing you with a Marvel background, I'm going to
yeah,
give you the full screen and let them appreciate all the work you put into this highly curated display behind you.
yeah. I've got a wide variety, right? I've got Super 7, of course. I've got some Playmates in the background. I've got NECA. So, a lot of the great partners making Ninja Turtle stuff today. I collect most of it. So yeah, there you have it.
And awesome to keep some of those Shang-Chi figures in the corner.
Nice.
Yes. Cool, man. Well, the whole premise of this, I'm always thinking of ideas, some that are interesting and some that are not, and we'll see what this idea turns out to be tonight. I figured, Ryan, you being in Marvel and Hasbro, but you collect all these other brands, stuff that Kyle has worked on and designed, and then vice versa, Kyle, you collecting Marvel Legends that Ryan is always showing off and teasing to us. I just thought if we unbox this stuff together, get the conversation going, but at the same time, Ryan, you got to take some of these ultimates out of their boxes. That was my main goal here.
Yeah,
The cover story is the that whole cross company, not cross collector thing, but like I just want to see you open some stuff, man.
it's really an intervention, so I can finally open some of these. And as I was joking earlier, like the very first I think stream we did, I opened the first Raphael, and then I promptly put him back in. Had to put him back in the box. So my goal tonight is to free 3 of the turtles as we get ready for Donatello to join him, join the 3 of them shortly, and then I'll have them all out, kind of like some of my other stuff.
Saving
Tonight,
the best for last.
Ryan messaged me the other day. It's like, what's the etiquette on like opening something that was put back in the box? And I guess that was referring to Raphael.
Perhaps, yeah.
Cool, man. It's,
Reboxing Fridays.
what's that, Kyle?
Reboxing Fridays. That's
Reboxing Fridays.
high school creations. Our buddy Mike putting all of his stuff back the next day.
Well, he does it in the same episode, and then
True. Yes.
it's just the episode carries on into later on in the evening. There are a lot of people here to see us tonight. I also have it somehow worked out when we planned this. I hadn't received any emails from my Haslab Sentinel yet. Nothing had arrived, and I'm like, we'll just do this, and I'll just hope that it arrives in time. And then after we set a date, I get the notification that it's shipped. It's left the building. I'm like, oh great! I hope it makes it within the week. So I click on the tracking, I click on the link. It's actually on the truck out for delivery that same day that I got the email, and it had shipped 4 days prior. So the toy gods, the stream gods sounds weird. Are just they got the Sentinel here in time. What do you guys have to open? Do you want to, Ryan? Do you want to go first?
Yeah, please.
Are we doing an inventory, or am I just jumping right in, ripping the Band-Aid off?
I think it's the
Do
inventory
inventory.
first. Yeah.
Interested in to see what you have. Well, you don't have to get through all of it, but just interested.
Yeah,
to
so
see.
I've
And
got
then
my.
whoever's in the chat. If you see something you think Ryan should open first,
This
let us
is
know.
the Raphael who has been out just for a short time. Then we've also got. Who have we got? We've got Leonardo. Like if we have to, right? I mean, like.
Yeah, I mean,
We're gonna get into that.
He's the obligatory turtle. He has to be there.
And then I don't know, maybe I have to warm into it, but this is the Michelangelo that does not want to be unboxed because the the slip cover here is attached, so I have to find another way in.
I don't believe you. I think you glued it yourself.
maybe.
So that you would have to open it.
Like I started to peel the top open, but then it didn't feel right. So, but like, what am I going to do with 4 of the green slipcases? I don't know, but they're so fancy.
They are, and they're all different.
They are all different.
Each of the little manhole covers are completely different for each turtle.
I didn't notice that, Kyle. Thank you. You see the mouth.
Now
This stream is already worth it.
So, but now I can't throw. So now I can't throw it out. I thought they were all the same.
Wait, no, you weren't going to throw these out.
Well, if I have to destroy the Michelangelo one, I don't know, but we'll find out. So I have those 3 ultimates. I have a set of the 4 reaction turtles, not those ones up there. Down here, I got another set just for this. So, because I clearly wasn't going to open my one set, right? And then, just picked up some other random stuff. I've got this guy I'm pretty excited about. Because I'm a big Devastator fan, and then I picked up a few other random reactions which we can go through, and I have a funny story for the baseball one. There's baseball, so for later.
Sports.
Tease. Yeah.
All right. I guess when we get to that figure, you will give us your story.
Yeah.
Kyle is your name. I forgot for a second.
Present.
What have you got going on?
I got a lot of stuff going on. I'm pretty selective with my Marvel Legends. I'm a big X-Men guy, but I feel like now that I have the Sentinel here, my X-Men collection is more or less complete. I think I'm missing like Havoc and Polaris, and that's kind of it. So I think I'm going to start maybe getting into some new territory with my Marvel Legends here. So to start, we have from the Armadillo wave, the Shriek figure. Start getting into some Spider-Man characters here.
Beautiful.
The Ironheart as well, just because these effect pieces look beautiful, and I heard that this figure is a lot of fun, so I'm very excited to open this one. Because I'm into heavy metal and stuff, I have this Dormammu, because he's just a big old demon, right? And continuing on the Iron Man trend, I have probably my favorite version of Iron Man, which is the stealth suit Iron Man. I know Ryan made fun of me a little bit for having so many stealth suit things, but I like this color. And to tie into kind of the reaction unboxing that Ryan will be doing, I got the 3 3/4 version as well. So I have,
Oh, wow.
father and son here a little bit. A little Luke and Vader action. And because I'm a sucker for the X-Men, this Storm looked too good. I had to grab this one as well.
That's a great looking Storm. There's no need to explain away
I think this is more for like, if future incrimination of like, why do you have so many figures? Well, let me show you this video and you can see one.
Who's gonna incriminate?
Because of big demons, I had to check out this giant Surtur. Just too cool. And then interestingly enough, when I went to GameStop to get that Dormammu, they were running a promotion at GameStop, and I think the guy at the counter called it the Ryan Ting special. And he gave this.
Wait, did he actually say that?
Yeah. Well, no, I'm making it up, but he gave me this card pack here, and I'm very excited to open up this card pack because I feel like I'm one of you guys now. I've never really done this before, so very excited about that.
I don't have any of those cards, so I'm not one of you.
Just Marvel cards in general? No? Okay.
That's true.
Just me.
Real quick, I want to give a quick thank you to Tech and Collect for becoming a channel member here on YouTube, and also Cowboy Collector. Thank you. Welcome to the Butter Nation. I hope you stick around, enjoy the stream. As people, Ryan and Kyle, as people who collect reaction and the Marvel 3 3/4, how do they look together? Have you ever crossed universes to put them together? Oh, Ryan, you haven't opened any yet, so that's
I have not, but I will today.
I've got one here. I can do that now a little bit. From my Black Panther.
I have the Power Rangers reaction, and I've grown to like that scale and how they look. And now that you're holding it up, Kyle, when you're holding up the Iron Mans,
Yeah.
My brain
Here's
got confused
Black
for a second
Panther.
because
This
I'm
was
used
the
to
first
seeing you
one I
holding
opened.
reaction stuff.
Yeah. So, here we'll do a nice little one-to-one here. Here's Black Ranger and Black Panther together.
on, let's see.
They look pretty nice.
Nice.
Yeah, it's super fun. It's cool because like they're both in the same scale, but you can also tell that there's some unique design twists on each one. So like the legs on the reaction for Power Rangers, the legs are a little bit closer together, which is kind of closer to the style of design from the original 77 Kenner figures, but then the superhero ones, a little bit wider stance, a little bit broader shoulders, which is a little bit more in line with the kind of Empire Strikes Back era of the 3 3/4 stuff, which is so appropriate and perfect for the Marvel heroes. It's really cool to see. So.
The Sunny channel says Ryan has TMNT behind him. That's a hint. Marvel TMNT crossover. Sunny will probably have those prototypes tomorrow in foil.
Let's get our Power Rangers Ninja Turtles first, shipping next year sometime. I
Yeah.
pre-ordered all of those too from the
How many
Pulse.
sets?
Me too.
I did 2 of each. Yeah, I had to.
One to rock and one to stock.
1 to unbox and 1 to. But you like Ninja Turtles? Are you a Power Rangers fan also, Ryan?
Not as much. I mean, I think I was a little older when the cartoon came out, so I watched like that first series, but none of the other ones really after. But I do have all the Mighty Morphin Lightning collection. Just because they're kind of around, and I've got some friends on the Power Rangers team, so we can trade it up. But yeah, so I mean they're cool. There's a lot of I don't know. They keep coming out with these different from these other shows, and I'm unaware of them. But it's interesting to see, and there's a lot of MMPR stuff out there from a lot of different companies, and it all looks great. So I think it's a good time, to be a Power Rangers fan.
Heck yeah, or designer.
Yeah, I mean I'm lucky enough to be both. So never been a better time to be into collecting Mighty Morphin stuff, I think.
Heck yeah, man. I'm going to show what I have in a second. And, I really want to thank you two for coming on, and we're just hanging out, talking about toys that we collect. Just a quick reminder for everyone in the chat. This is not like your customer service line for inquiries about stuff. I know we're all passionate fans, but, these two guys are nice enough to come on and, Ryan doesn't even open his stuff, so he's nice enough to come on and unbox some toys with us. So let's just, we'll just keep it nice and chilling and hang out and open some toys for the next little bit. And hope everyone sticks around, leaves a thumbs up, leaves a comment. I got the Sentinel. I just got this from Japan. It is the 1000 toy synthetic human female version. That's probably going to be saved for later. There's a lot of stuff. I have the Super 7 Michelangelo, so I can open and be cool like the rest of you. No, I need it for the rest of my display there. I also picked up the Metalhead.
Nice.
Metalhead and April O'Neil. Have you guys seen No Time to Die?
That's the new one, right?
Yeah.
Not yet.
Ryan, you said you're not a James Bond fan.
No, I'll definitely check it out, but I guess I don't really go to see the Bond movies in theaters these days. But yeah,
I picked
it's
up
his last. It's the last one though, right? It's his
for Daniel Craig's
last one.
So we'll definitely check it out.
My card, she said it was great. So
wrong guy. Being a card collector, this is a hobby box of Upper Deck 007 James Bond villains and henchmen.
That's a very specific set. That's pretty funny. Yeah.
No,
cool.
I think there are like other movie cards and things like that, but I think the emphasis is on them. But it says 1 actor autograph card and bonded materials memorabilia card per box. Wait,
that's
per
cool.
box?
For a card box of James Bond cards without James Bond in it, that's pretty cool.
That's a pretty bold move. But I've been watching box breaks on YouTube like an idiot to enable myself, and there's like swatches or patches of Daniel Craig's suit on some of these relic cards, or it's paired with Christoph Waltz fabric piece as some of the memorabilia cards. So I don't think I'm gonna do the box break tonight. That's gonna take a while. But yeah, people in the chat, what do you want to see from Ryan? And oh, I got something really cool, and I'm going to do this. This is an Instagram account called Simple Hand Workshop, and they make awesome toy accessories. I think they're all hand painted. And what I ordered from them was some Shang-Chi 10 Rings effects. And I haven't sold my SH Figure Arts yet. I have my Marvel Legend right here. I have my Wenwu right here. So we're going to I want to show some of these effects off. Guys, we're going to get to the Sentinel. It's not going to be like Venom where I was debating the whole episode and then I was like, "No, I'm not going to open it. The box looks too nice." But yes, Simple Hand Workshop. And the link is in this video description. Should we check out? You want to start opening some stuff?
Yeah, let's do it. What should we do first?
What do you want to do first, Kyle?
Man, you're gonna make me choose. I'm gonna do this guy because I'm very excited about this little guy because we were just talking about how fun the 3.75-inch format is.
Ryan, how about you?
Technique? I was gonna ask you for the reaction. Yeah.
I mean, it's I'm pretty experienced. I open them a lot. There's many techniques you can do. I typically just
That's not as cool as you think it might sound, Kyle. You're like, I'm pretty experienced.
It's really not. I never pretended, I guess. But I slice, on the side and on the top, and then on this side, and I just let it flop out and I'll pull it off. So I wish I'd had an unboxing camera. I can't do it this way without messing it up. So, but I will try here. See if I can get it going real quick.
Ryan, what do you think about as a mint on card collector? What do you think about my idea of toy retro style wallpaper? Would you buy such a product?
I think it's a great idea. I don't know if I would buy it. I'm pretty much living in it already. But yeah, it's a fun idea for sure.
It was partially inspired by mint on card collectors such as yourself. And I appreciate boxes, but I can't throw them out. That's why I have some of those reaction ones. But if you're gonna mount them on the wall, and I see like Dan Who has a whole wall of Spider-Man retros. A lot of people have that, and they buy a second set just to stick on there. I'm like, what's next? We can just do wallpaper. And
definitely for collections like Spider-Man retro, right? Or
or Star Wars.
Yeah, or Black Series kind of all have a very similar architecture.
Yeah, and I posted that as a joke, and then there were actually people who responded. They're like, "I would buy this," and I was wondering if you would too.
I don't think the camera's doing this justice, but this metallic blue is incredible.
You gotta get the hand behind like this.
All right, there you go.
No. But
yeah, like that. No. Get my face
good.
out of the way. Is that it? Like that? No. Anyways, it's great. Amazing work. This thing is so cool.
What's up, Grumps and the Tuesday crew? What's going on, everyone? Ryan, help yourself like it's a buffet. They're your toys. Open some stuff. I'm gonna throw on this unboxing cam real quick. So this is the box from Simple Hand Workshop, and it came in this nice little wooden box. Got his name and shop engraved on there. And I cut it open before already. And he was super nice to send over some extra accessories as well. Look at this.
Wow. That's so rad.
Let me see if I have a light here. And I think Geeky Fresh put me onto this. He sent me the link. I immediately ordered it. It's got, I think these might be resin printed. And it's got not everyone's seen the movie, right? But you've seen the trailers.
Yeah.
The rings are in motion.
It's got the
I'm excited to watch it again on Disney Plus in November. All right, so he sent me those ones, red. If you know why they're red, that's cool. There's also blue.
Nice.
And
Did he send you 2 of those? Because that's only 5 of each color.
I don't know. I think I ordered a set of the red ones, and he
Okay.
sent some extras as a bonus.
Got it.
He makes blood splatter effects.
Oh.
These are $20 for a set of the rings, and then I think shipping to the US was another 20 because he's either in Indonesia or Singapore. I don't know how I mixed those two up. I don't know. Yeah, a whole bunch of blood splatter effects too. You can see everything on his IG page. I was really excited to get them, and I told him I would open up on the stream. So if you guys are interested, go check it out. Ryan, when I did a stream about Shang-Chi, you had mentioned collecting Hot Toys.
Whoa.
You made a comment, and I'm still not certain if you were joking. Your Hot Toys are still mint on card, or was it were you just joking?
My hot toys?
Yeah.
I think I only have 2. I think I have a Captain America and a Black Widow from like the first Avengers film, and that's kind of all I have in the Hot Toys realm currently. But yeah, I think I opened up once to see it, and then it's buried back somewhere there. Did I tell you that funny story about, so like you were talking about the rings and Kyle was saying you've got 5 there. So like, you know, there's a kid item that's the 10 rings blaster you might
Right.
have seen. So
It
there
shoots
was,
Nerf or like foam darts, right?
yeah, it shoots these little blue discs that are
Yeah.
supposed to be the rings. But I remember the teams were talking, and there was question as to whether you could call it the 10 rings blaster, because he wears 5 on each hand, and the
Mhm.
blaster only comes with 5, so you actually don't get 10 rings, you get 5. But then if you had 2, so I don't know. I thought that
You
was,
have to buy 2.
yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting as we get through it. And thank you, Kyle, for making these Leo swords not like the most brittle material known to man, so I don't have to worry as much.
Yeah, they get a little too spiky if they're, ABS or anything like that, and brittle as all get out. So definitely want that user experience where they're not snapping in the package.
I'm such an amateur. I'm flinging things around.
Oh, that happens.
I mean,
I'm
you
out of
usually don't
space
unbox things, so this is kind of your first time, isn't it?
That's right. Where did my thing go? Oh, there.
These are good. Like, look at all the different shapes that he has.
Yeah, that's cool.
Rich M says the blood spurt would have been perfect for my bloody falling off nail. The joke's on you. It didn't bleed on the outside. It was all internal, and also the nail is still on. So,
That's where all the blood's supposed to be, so you were fine.
You have a request to unbox a little bit quieter, Ryan. I know it's like you're new to this, but I think you're making a lot of noise. Hi, thanks for holding it down. Shout out to all the spouses and significant others holding it down while us grown men play with some toys.
That's right.
The nail is still here. It's like having a layer of dried glue on the top of your fingernail, and you just feel an extra layer on your hand the whole time, and it's just held on by one. It's really gross. You guys don't want to know. But you said there's only 5 for those 2 effects. Like, there's this one.
Oh, that's cool too.
Yeah, he has a lot of good ones, man.
I'm curious how it's intended to attach to the figures. Like, does it have to have a gripping hand?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Would I take the fist off? I also don't know where all my Shang-Chi hands are. Wait, I don't think he had hands.
No, he had another.
Oh, sorry, he didn't have fists, did he?
He had fists and he had the gripping hands, and I think he had. Correct me if I'm wrong, he kind of had like an open hand too, Ryan. The Marvel Legend, Shang-Chi.
Yeah, the Shang-Chi didn't come with fists. Or did he come with fists? Yes. Did he come with fists? Yeah, he did, because we had to do a no, he didn't. Sorry. So Wenwu had the fists because we did this poster recreation, right? That very
Right.
first poster that had the he just had fists, but then the Shang-Chi figure actually has some other kind of like martial arts fists. So I had to borrow the fists from Wenwu. So that's the deal.
Wen Wu is my probably my favorite MCU villain. He's
I
up
would-
there. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know how these are intended to go on. I'm sure I could figure something out, but like, there's this one. So, man, guys and girls, if you're interested in these, this is Don't Look at Kyle.
Yeah, what I mean.
Simple Hand Workshop on Instagram. I mean, you can see them right here. Got lightning effects. What are these? Is this Squid Game? I haven't watched it yet.
That's cool.
These rings. Oh, there's a picture here. Yeah, go check it out. These are awesome.
Yeah.
These are dope.
Kyle, which Raphael hands are best to hold the sai in?
So there's a very subtle difference in the Raphael hands. There, you'll look. It looks like there. It should look like there's four pairs of four gripping hands. Two of them are like normal kind of gripping hands. But then two of them, if you look at it, there's actually like a small circular indent between the two fingers, and that's so he can hold the size, like he's supposed to, with them between his fingers. So I have my wrap here. So you can see, one holds it like this normally, but then one you can use it to kind of grip it
This hand?
uniquely. Yeah. So,
Cool.
up to you. I personally kind of like the one with the hole in it, so you can put the poke the side through when he's gripping it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that. Like when we did a Daredevil show Elektra, so we did a Netflix Elektra.
Yeah.
Dwight gave her sai, like new sai, and then he had to give her the special hands that you can hold it kind of like that. So
Yeah. It makes all the difference for unique poses and stuff, and you can force it kind of through the regular gripping hands, but it just doesn't work as well.
These are awesome. When Ryan, I was having this conversation and this idea came up in my head a few months back. It was like you went right into toys, right? After college?
after business school, I went straight into Hasbro. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was lucky to get a position there. I had done some internships, but it was something I was really trying to get into, and so I was recruiting hard at Mattel and Hasbro, and yeah, ended up very lucky to be back here. I'm originally from Massachusetts, so Rhode Island, where Hasbro is very close. So it was kind of like coming home almost. Everyone roots for the same sports team, so that was very familiar. And getting to know Rhode Island for the past, gosh, now do some math, 8 years. 8 years, wow.
That's true. But you do the live streams with Dan and Dwight, and you guys do a lot of awesome live streams. Do it often, actually, showing off new products, and people recognize you and Dan and associate you with the brand and stuff. Did you ever think that like doing marketing would be like, hey, these people, kind of, they'll recognize, like, can you think of any other product or brand that has like marketing people where they're just like, yeah, you know by name this person is the marketer.
Like for toys specifically, or other
Not even
other
toys,
things?
like other products on the planet. Kyle, can you think of anything?
I was gonna like, if the question was toys, I was like, Yoko is like screaming wherever she is right now, like me, I'm right here.
Yeah, there's
Uh,
tons for toys.
Yoko needs to do more live streams.
Yeah.
Or
No,
sorry,
I
the product videos
yeah,
too.
I can't really think about that. There's you see like interviews with like CEOs and stuff for like, people know who Zuckerberg is, but he's not like a marketing guy or whatever. So I don't know. I think toy industry is uniquely placed to kind of have that marketer to consumer relationship.
Is there like I can't think of anything. Is there like do you know the marketing person for McDonald's? I don't know. It's a more common thing.
Well, the marketers are the, I think, less important ultimately, right? Like it all starts with design, as you know. We go, my wife will say, "Oh, this is like a new clothing line by so and so," and it's not the marketer, it's the designer, right? Like
Mhm.
that's the most important. When before COVID and doing all these virtual live streams, when I would go to conventions, right, and we would stand there in the booth all day, and everyone would come up and talk to Dwight, and rightfully so. And then they'd be like, they look at me and it's like, yeah, hey, all right, so Dwight, like, let me talk to you for an hour, and then the marketer just kind of stands there. But that was kind of earlier on.
The ShamWow guy is he the actual
No,
guy
there's no way.
or is he
That's
like an actor?
yeah.
Well,
I
then
think he hired help.
Ron Popeil, though, maybe
I don't know what his
from the
name is. What about
infomercials.
the guy who slaps the sticker on? I don't know.
The water thing, yeah.
Yeah. What about Yeah, McDonald's. Nobody really knows even a worldwide brand. The marketing, the symbols and stuff. Everyone's just like we only know the CEO, Ronald McDonald. That's it.
Hey, Ronald McDonald, head of marketing.
He's the head of everything.
I wanted to show this off. I'm very proud of this. He can hold his own action figure here.
Those guys are pitch. What's the difference between pitch men?
I think they like that's what we were saying. They're like the dudes who are like they're the hype men. They're like here to like sell you this stuff. I don't know if they're like coming up with the marketing plans
Hmm.
per se.
Yeah, it's just the face.
Yeah.
It's
Like
just
that
cool, man.
knife that can cut anything, that can
Yeah.
cut a cinder block, and then it can cut a tomato.
Yeah.
Are we just going into products now?
Let's just talk about our favorite infomercials. Okay?
That's right.
Big turns.
No one's mentioned the slap chop at this point, and that makes me sad.
What about Dr. Ho? Like he's the actual Dr. Ho on the box. Is he some guy they hired to be a face of the brand? Or
Maybe.
is he an actual doctor? I
Is
don't know.
Dr. Pepper a real doctor?
Jason, what's going on, Jason? Ran into Jason at Canadian GameStop the other day. He says, you make a good point, Kevin. Spokespeople aren't usually from the marketing department. Spokespeople. Yeah. See, I think that's the main difference. It's unique having the Hasbro guys being front and center.
For sure. And I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, Ryan, but like I think the COVID and being away from home and trying to connect with consumers and showing off the product in this time where you can't go get FaceTime or do any normal channels kind of prompted this whole revolution of streaming and Hasbro doing the PulseCon and doing these Fan First Mondays and stuff. I don't know, it's just what I've seen.
Who's Billy Mays? Is Billy Mays the baseball player? No, that's Willie.
No,
Mays.
you're thinking that's Will. Isn't that Will? That's Willie Mays. That's different. Billy Mays is the guy who did like OxyClean and shit. So
I don't know. Yeah, it's just something. I'm just like, imagine going like, I'm gonna do marketing. Like, oh, marketing for toys, and then now it's just like, I'll go on Instagram and people will tag me in their toy pictures and this and that and Twitter and stuff. And it's just like, I don't if you post a picture, you go somewhere, like you don't post the marketing person of. I just don't know. Like, did you ever think that like you'd have this kind of is this infamy? Is this notoriety?
No, I mean, I don't think I could have predicted going into it. You kind of what we do, and we kind of manage a lot of the cross-functional teams and get a lot of things set up, and it helps to have the insights. But no, in terms of like being on camera, and that was never part of the job description. But we've all just had to evolve with the times because we were forced to. And I think at the same point, even before the pandemic, really just the culture of YouTube and Instagram and collecting, like it's no longer just these text message boards, right? On toys. It's much more visual. There's great photographers out there. There's
Mm,
lots of reviewers making good content. Even when they're reviewing the same figures, everyone kind of has their own style, their own shtick, and so people like seeing that. And it's just been fortunate to be in this position. Like there's not a lot of toy lines out there that could garner like an audience, but
mhm.
things like Ultimates, Reaction, Legends, some of the other Hasbro type stuff, some other competitors out there too, which I collect, and like, yeah, people want to see it. So it's been great.
I mean, Kyle, like at Super 7, they do a lot of that too. Yoko does some product announcement videos. Is that what's the official
We call them walkthroughs internally, where you have
walk
the
them
figures in
through?
front of you, and figures in front of you. You kind of talk them through, what they all come with, and what their points of articulation and that kind of stuff. And just like I was saying, because like through the pandemic, we've noticed that there's been like a big, like there's been a good response to the people who are actually working on it. So like I'm in the design team, so I do a lot of the product walkthroughs. Some of our art director team will do some of the product walkthroughs. Obviously, everyone really loves Flynn and his sense of humor and how he, is so passionate about all the product. And so having the people who actually are there in the trenches, so to speak, working on the product every day, talking you through the product has been, it's really won people over a lot, I think.
Yeah, I mean, you do some Josh
Yeah.
and the different, I think, different designers for each of the brands, like Peanuts and all that. I think it's cool. I think it's
Yeah.
cool. It's a cool way. Do you feel like you're recognized when you're asked to do something like this, to be like put out there?
Yeah, I mean, internally for sure. Definitely feel like, oh, like, yeah, like they know that I do this stuff, and because it's and Ryan might be able to speak to this a little bit as well, but as you're working on all this stuff, it's very easy to kind of get into the weeds, and you're in your own head and you're looking at this stuff kind of in a vacuum, and you're like, no one's gonna care about this. I'm working so hard on this thing, and no one's gonna buy it, and blah blah blah. And then you go out in the world and you meet the people who are buying your products, or who are seeing it for the first time. You see their eyes light up, and it for me, it refills that creative energy, which
Nice.
is part of why not going to conventions has been so hard. Because a lot of that is like I use a lot of that to like recharge the batteries, so to speak, so I can get back in there and keep making stuff.
Yeah. What was it that you said? You did a video with the Fwoosh,
Yeah.
and Robo was like, you were like, you got to meet Robo through through video, and he got to talk to you. And then what was he said? What did Robo say about like meeting toy designers and stuff?
Yeah, he was like, "Yeah, man, they're my rock stars," and I was like, "I no, I'm just Kyle here, not no nothing too crazy."
Is that your
Uh,
best Robo?
That was a pretty
that's
good
not my
Robo.
best
Oh,
Robo. That's a
oh, okay.
Robo. I'm not gonna do my best Robo.
Why would you not bring your best?
I don't know, because spur of the moment. I should have known you were gonna try and make me do some sort of impression on this stream.
Oh, absolutely.
I gotta
Yeah. So
learn.
he's like, if he says, toy designers are like my rock star, I that's when you told me that story, that's what I thought. I'm like, people recognize Ryan and be like, oh, that's Ryan from Hasbro marketing. And then when you think about the words, it's like it's a marketing guy, but it's like, hey, that's the guy who reveals all those toys with the big three. It's like, I just thought it was I just couldn't find another product that had that kind of reaction. Oh, look, pun not intended. Yoko says, question, can Kyle hear my eyes rolling?
So-
all the way from Seattle. Yes, I can.
through the
So
internet.
Kyle, since you're a collector, like I think
Mhm.
I don't I don't think many of the designers at Hasbro are necessarily collectors on this kind of level. Like everyone, loves the brand and knows the brands, but I don't know
Sure.
that everyone kind of takes their work home with them like this. So for these types of marketing videos, are you like volunteering, like, oh, let me do this, or are people kind of coming to you and saying, we'd like you to do this, and then you're just saying, sure? Like
Get
how
her
does that?
done.
At first, I definitely volunteered because I was like, "Yo, let me do this." Like, I know so much about this. I really want to be there and show people how this. Because like, and then after a certain point, it just I stopped having to ask, and it's kind of the like, well, Kyle's the guy. He's gonna walk us through Power Rangers. Oh, Kyle's gonna talk us through Turtles or Ghost or what have you. So like Kevin had mentioned, like all the design team kind of has their sort of specialties, and you'll notice like as the product walkthroughs for like Peanuts, all of that is Nomi or 2001. That's we typically try and go to the person who's like the expert and can show like that passion in those videos. So yeah, I happen to be, like you said, passionate about a lot of these brands, so I wind up doing a lot of it. That was a very like nice and like polite way to be like, so as you get so high on your own supply, like how do you feel about having this many figures at your house? Which is fine. So all of my stuff is siloed to this office, and that is it. And I think you had mentioned something similar in your house as well, where it's all in one spot.
Well, that's what I like about this. We're all collectors, but I get to chat with you guys, and you guys do different jobs.
Yeah.
And but we're still collectors. We have that to relate to together. You mentioned conventions, Kyle.
Yeah.
I'm planning with the enablers to go to Designer Con in November. Ryan, have you ever been to Designer Con?
I have not.
Yeah, I was actually going to ask, like you should consider going. It's a good bit of fun. It's a designer toy show in Anaheim in November. It's really really rad. It's kind of like Artist Alley but expanded as like an entire convention. And there's like a lot of people who work in our industry like us, but it's like their side projects or their soft vinyl toys, their prints, their pins, all that kind of stuff.
That's cool. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping to check out with the fellas next month. MCU Collector, what's going on? I missed this earlier.
Mm.
You said Star Wars Black Series, Lightning Collection, G.I. Joe Classified. I don't see any fan interaction. I mean, I don't know. They do a lot of their I don't like know who those people. I don't follow those people on Instagram, like that kind of social media presence, like you and Dan and Dwight have.
Hmm.
I mean, Dwight's like posting pictures of Galactus and Sentinel doing things like that. Like that's awesome.
And
Yeah, we
they're-
we always are, Dan and I and Dwight and everyone, we appreciate the kind words that people say, and we do put a lot into what the marketing you see and these types of streams and on social. But like just to remind everyone that what they see on these Fan First Fridays is only one part of the kind of job description for all of us. And yeah, so those other brands, whether they go to the same lengths that we do, or, or they're doing, maybe they're just not as fans, but like there's a lot of um, other parts of the job that they have to excel at too. And we work with a lot of very smart, very hardworking people. If they didn't grow up with the same toys, or they don't have huge toy rooms at home, that's fine. They get the job done in other ways. And another point too for that is some of these brands that are a little bit smaller, like newer. Um, the designers and marketers kind of bounce around a little bit due to kind of staffing needs. So what we have that's been great on Marvel is continuity. Like Dwight and our engineer have been working on Marvel ever since Hasbro basically got the license. So from Marvel Universe 3 3/4 up through the entire Legends 6-inch run, and then I've kind of been with the team now for a good number of years, so we do have that continuity, and I think that does come through. Whereas some of these other brands maybe less so.
Okay.
But yeah.
Cool. Oh shoot, I missed this. Man, thank you everyone for all the interaction in the chat and in the comments, man. It's just cool to have so many people watching and talking about what we're talking about now. But Blake, thank you for the super chat and the support, man. He says, I always love it when the Legends crew comes and hangs with the Butter Nation. I do too. And thank you, Blake. You are also part of the Butter Nation as well. We're just this is just a lot of fun.
We glossed over probably my favorite question of the night so far, which is
From
one six shooter saying, "What's my favorite metal band and why is it Iron Maiden?" It's Iron Maiden because Eddie is such an awesome mascot, and they, no one rips like Iron Maiden. So there you go. Answer that question.
And David De La Huerta says, Kyle, congratulations on your Ultimates Ghost Papa.
Thank you, sir. That figure is more or less the reason I took the job at Super 7. So very excited to finally have that one come out.
How did that one, for people who are new here, if they haven't heard that story, there's obviously people in the chat who are fans of this band that I've never heard of. Well, I've heard of, but I have no idea what their music is. But why don't you tell them the story?
I have the ghost figure here. Very excited to have this guy here. Basically, so I, pardon me, was I was between positions at toy companies, and my friend Ryan might know him. This guy named Daniel Pickett, who runs a website called Action Figure Insider, messaged me one day, and he said, "Hey man, Super 7 is taking applications for designers," and I'm like, "Oh, I'd love to work there." And it was actually at Designer Con of 2018 that I interviewed for my current position with Super 7. I had applied. They said they liked my stuff, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna be in Anaheim. You're in Southern California. Like, come on down. We'll meet you and we'll talk." And I was like, "All right, cool." And so I went to DesignerCon, and I was wearing a Ghost T-shirt because I was gonna go enjoy the show. I didn't wear like my best suit and tie because that's not really who I am. And
you're a rebel.
No, I'm mostly just lazy. I still don't know how to do it myself, really. I have to look up YouTube videos for the rare occasion I actually wear a tie. And I was talking to them, and they like my stuff, and got into, "Oh, what do you guys got planned for the future?" And they're like, "Oh, we're gonna do this. We have some heavy metal stuff." And I was like, "Oh, heavy metal! Like, you guys should be making ghost figures." And my interview was with Josh and Flynn, and they both I said, "Oh, we should do ghost figures," and they looked at each other and they're like, "We already are." And I was like, can I see it? It's like, that would be incredible. And they're like, "Yeah, man, here." And so Josh pulled this stuff, the image of the ghost figure out his phone. And I without even thinking, well, that's wrong, and this needs to get changed, and this is off too. And I was like, "I hope that helps." And then I left. And in my head I was like, "Oh shit, I just told them how bad their figure is," and I'm
I'm sure they love that.
Yeah.
No, but I like that mic drop kind of exit. You just okay, here you go.
No, I'm painting the story with a broad brush here, but that more or less was kind of the last part of the conversation. But I did a design test after that, and then with basically I was pretty much as soon as they showed me that ghost figure, in my head I was like, "Where do I sign up? How do I get to work on Ghost professionally?" That would be incredible. And then the rest is history. I was finally able to get the Ultimate made, and we've done a lot of Ghost products since, and it seems to be going well. So I'm just going to keep making Ghost stuff till they say no more.
Did you, through this opportunity, get a chance to meet with the I don't know, the top Ghost? Is that what he's called?
Head Ghost, Papa Emeritus? No, I did not. He lives in Sweden. But one of our staff members, Brian Liu, people who know Super 7 might recognize the name Brian Liu. He's one of our sales associates or sales managers for Super 7. used to work in heavy metal merch, and he actually knows Papa Emeritus himself. They like text each other, Happy New Year every year. And I'm like, let me meet him. And
I want to wish him a happy new year.
But one day.
Well, there you go. See, I think people enjoyed that story. Abra Kalina says, Ghost forever. Love that figure. Perfect. She has it. Blake says, revised statement. Thank you for the super chat. Super 7 and Legends team.
No. The love is for Ryan. I get it. I appreciate it. I actually really appreciate that Ryan changed up his entire background. That pizza,
what is that
pack.
box?
It's one of the very first San Diego exclusives I worked on with Super 7. So
what's in it?
Do you want to do a walkthrough, Ryan, or is it you have? No, I see you have it sealed. You're not going to open it.
I do.
He's like, please don't ask me to open it. Please don't ask me to
Google it. Google it. No, but that was it's such a good packaging execution. So yeah, Kyle, I didn't know you worked on that, but you and the whole team, it was
briefly.
So awesome.
It was mostly done when I had started, but I did a little bit of QC stuff on there.
What am I looking for?
It's
2019
SDCC Super 7 pizza box.
Oh, they're in a pizza. Oh, real quick, shout out Rob Oliva. Thank you for the super chat, man. Says, I hope you guys are having one of the most ridiculously amazing nights you ever had. Ryan, I want a Weapon H. He's just snuck that in there. I hope you are also having the most ridiculously amazing night ever, too. Thank you.
I hope we can live up to that. That's a lot.
This is Ryan. Enjoy it now. This is what's inside the box.
There you go.
Yeah, allegedly. I guess I'll never know.
Yours is empty.
Schrodinger's pizza. It's not there and there at the same time. So
is this pickle?
Yeah. So each the turtles have weird taste in pizza. So each kind of section with the corresponding turtle has unique toppings.
This picture has
to each of the brothers, and so the pizza the cards are the pizza slices. You can pull them off of the pizza.
Oh, that's brilliant. What does Leonardo have on his?
He's got clams, I think.
Yeah, he would have the lamest topping.
Yeah, the most gross one. Yeah, for sure.
Pickles is second worst.
I don't know, man. I like a good pickle. Maybe not on my pizza, but
not on a pizza. Michelangelo looks like it's all candy.
Yeah, because he's the little brother, right? He'd be like, I'm gonna eat candy for breakfast. Whatever.
It's like jelly beans, and Raph is pepperoni with I don't know what those are.
I think it's mushrooms. He's got the most normal of choices.
Yeah, that's what I would get because Raph is my favorite. He is the best turtle.
There you go.
Since we're opening Ultimate Turtles, let's get into it. Who is the best turtle, and why?
Oh,
I'm here with the hard-hitting questions. Kyle, you go. Or Ryan, you go first. Haven't heard from Ryan in a while.
He's got Turtle Thursday going on.
He's got a T-shirt.
I mean, my guy has always been Raphael. He's just got the attitude. I think I was really impacted a lot by the movies. Right, he's got I think the most interesting arc in the first film. We meet Casey Jones through him. He's got some anger issues. Maybe I have some deep-seated anger issues too. Who knows? Yeah, I always liked him in the video games, even though his weapon had the shortest range, right? Yes. In that NES game. I don't think I made it very far personally playing it, but I remembered it, and I was watching like YouTube videos of these guys doing speed runs, and it's all about like Donatello with the huge bow staff, and then you've got Raphael with the little the sai there, but yeah, no, I kind of wanted to be like that, to be like Raph.
Did you have this?
I did not. I think some of my friends did though. Yeah.
This thing is a nightmare.
Is that hard too?
It's one of the hardest games in my entire gaming life.
Kyle, I think you're too young for those.
There's no.
I had those like Tiger Electronics, like
the
black LCD kind of screen ones. I had a Sonic one that I played like crazy. whenever I
Oh,
went
the
on a.
batteries are still in here. Oh no.
Did you get any of the?
There's no
The acid?
leakage. Oh my
Okay,
gosh. Okay, I'm gonna get some double A's in this after.
nice.
1989 Konami.
Dang.
Did you
Oh,
guys
that's
have those
supposed to be my
watch
mail.
games?
Sorry.
The little watch video games like that, those
I don't
handhelds,
think.
but it was on a watch face.
Yeah.
I didn't have that. Maybe I was too poor, but I had those like those water ones that you like shoot the rings or whatever. Hydraulics.
Open the pizza. I didn't ask Ryan to open the pizza box. It was Kyle who said it, and then Ryan
I
had this
didn't say
face
anything.
like
I said, "Oh wait, no." I stopped myself.
it's like
from
when you're in
going
class and you don't want the teacher to call on you because you didn't do the homework. He was just like just looking
Well,
around.
I said it, and then you can see there's a specular highlight right on the corner that shows that it's still in the seal, and I was like, "Oh no, I take that back."
DJ1138X says, Ryan, do you have the Iron Factory Raphael Fists statue? What's a fist statue?
Fists with the side holding that. I think that's what it is. No, I don't. Maybe someday.
Clam pizza is a thing. Clam pizza with white sauce? Oh,
Yeah, I think it's famous in Connecticut. There's like a place in Connecticut that's famous for it. That's in between Massachusetts and New York, so you like always drive by it on the 95. It's an East Coast thing.
was that your region? Close to?
Yeah,
Ryan?
yeah. So I'm from Massachusetts. My wife's from New York. We go back and forth a lot, and we live in Rhode Island. So yeah, that's our corner. So I liked hearing your Kevin learned the geography of California when he was talking about like, oh, Anaheim and San Diego and like.
Yeah,
we'll
Kyle's
just
only 10
stop
minutes
by.
from he's 10 minutes from the convention center in Anaheim.
Yeah.
No, not at all. It is still wrong. You still need to learn.
All right. Speaking of how do I say speaking of and then forget what I'm talking about? Speaking of DesignerCon, the enablers are planning on going all together. And I've come up with this. Well, I made these. I think they're kind of cool. This is using the artwork from Mr. Jones, whose artwork, I mean, we've all of us here on screen and the people in the cards have been immortalized by Chris. Thank you so much, Chris.
Yes.
These are NFC cards.
Huh. Those
and
are so cool.
And you can like program the information on the card. I can tap it on your phone with NFC activated, and it'll bring up like Mike's link tree or his YouTube or Prime's website, or Mario has an Instagram account, and it's just you just tap it, it shows up on the phone, on somebody's phone, you just click it. And I made a set so far for the enablers.
That's cool.
So I'm gonna try and make a few more. But Ryan, you should go check it out.
I think it's the future of business cards, probably. Right?
It is all me not wanting to order 500 business cards, minimum order quantity. What am I going to use them for?
Right? All they got to do is tap it, and then your contact is added to their phone, right?
It's like, here, I have a YouTube channel where I unbox toys. Here's a business card. What? No, that's not a thing. Who cares about that?
That's so.
No, I don't know. There's something. I was actually like, Ryan, like you've been to Toy Fair and stuff. Like, do you come back with the pile of business cards that you have to then sort through and see which ones are worth following up with, which ones aren't, which all that stuff?
Not that many. I have a couple, but I didn't have business cards like for the longest time, and now I finally do, like traditional ones, and so that's just kind of fun. But I feel like every time I got business cards, I would like be moving on, and then you just have a stack. You have a huge box of like worthless things. But that's a cool idea. I noticed the rounded. I thought those were trading cards at first before you started explaining it, and I was like, "Oh, rounded corners, smart." So you don't have to ding them up. Yeah.
I put the graphics in the style of trading cards, so that's cool that you picked up on that. They reminded me of the old phone cards that you put in the phone booth with minutes and long distance.
Yeah.
And that's how old I am. Phone booth and long distance. What are these words? Tech and Collect says Leo, you savages.
No.
Kyle, what are your thoughts on Leo, and who is your favorite turtle?
I realized that you kept this on there just to see how enraged I would get, or how long it would take for me to say
No, I
something.
didn't want to skip too far ahead. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, it's obviously not Leo. I think there's a famous quote circling around the internet that if you like Leonardo, you're probably a cop. I don't know who said it, but that's fine.
Did you call your own quote famous?
Ryan quotes me. I didn't.
That is true. I was very surprised on a live stream. What does this fly? Ryan, it was in the chat. Ryan wrote, it's just like, anyone who likes Leo is probably a cop. And he put the source, Kyle Wlodyga. I was just like, whoa, Kyle. You're right. That is a famous quote.
I heard it not from Kyle first. I heard it from Veebs.
Really?
First, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Because I told him that, and he was like, "Wow, I love that." And then he started doing it.
So you're saying Veebs stole it?
I borrowed it with permission.
Borrowed it.
About that, yeah. No, the correct answer is whichever turtle you like the best, but I personally like Donatello, just because one, the bow staff makes it much easier to play that video game that Ryan was talking about.
Is that what we're basing this on?
No, there's several factors. It's the
Okay.
bow staff. I was tying it into Ryan's explanation, and then he does the machine, like all of the cool stuff.
He does the machines.
He does the machines, the communicators, the party wagon, the turtle blimp, the turtle lair, metalhead, all of the cool stuff that they have wouldn't be there if it wasn't for Donatello. Period.
That's fair. However, I'm of the school of thought that they're ninjas. They should be able to complete their missions without fancy eye-catching gadgets. A giant blimp in the sky. Hey, look, I'm a ninja. There's advertising on the side saying so. Or allowed a van that shoots pizzas.
That's right. So as a Raphael fan, you're saying all you need is your fist and your wits.
Ryan, I mean that sounds good, right?
Yeah, I like that. I like Kyle's welcoming explanation where whoever you like the most is the best turtle. But Donatello is also the funniest, I think, in the films too. He has a really funny line with Casey, and then when Casey doesn't want to go in the sewers and he says, I'm gonna go sleep in the car, and then he's like, you're a claustrophobic. And Casey's like freaks out because he doesn't understand him. That's a pretty funny scene. Go watch that back. But yeah, Donnie's cool. Donnie's funny. Michelangelo just has nunchucks. Like that's probably objectively the coolest weapon out of all four. So he's skateboards and kind of all that. So yeah, Raphael is good at removing bells silently. Right, that's a very important initiation skill for the Foot Clan.
That's right. I was like, which part was that? And he was helping Kino join, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Speaking of best weapon for Mikey, hold on one second, everyone. Your ears.
Ryan, kudos on this Ironheart. This is an awesome figure. This is so cool, and this spiral smoke effect is so good. I don't know what I'm gonna use it for, but I can see myself using this for a lot of display options. This is awesome.
I had zero to do with that figure.
Pass it along to everyone else, but
it's a really great figure. Every now and again, the guys get a chance to develop some new effects pieces. You see there, kind of like with the new Captain America, that unparalleled revealed with the shield.
Yes.
Like anytime they can kind of take the wheels off and just do something cool, it's really great. We do have to reuse some things just to balance it out, but love it when we can do new accessories. And the articulation, I believe, right on that Riri with the elbows.
I was literally just about to bring up, like, look at that. I've never seen an elbow like be flush against itself like that. That's insane. That's so good. Kudos to the entire team, man. That's so cool.
If you want to see a review on the Marvel Legends Ironheart, check out this channel.
That's right.
Doombot 9000 says Turtles in Time. Alan Kenny says Mikey. Jason Lowe, what's going on? Says he has this too. Should I turn it on? Winger Lou says turn it on. I don't know. these batteries are probably super dead. But I did the swap where you take the battery from the left and then you flip it and you put the battery on the right just to get another like 5 minutes of juice. But no, these are way beyond that, so this does not work. Simon Hill did an amazing ACBA shot of a ninja, I think one of the NECA turtles, recreating this scene where it's swimming in the underwater part, swimming around all the traps and stuff. It was a really cool shot to see as someone who's been tormented by this game for many years. Yoko says, I'm here with the important insights. Because of pizza? Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
probably.
kind of behind. Do we get Canucked forward yet? What's going on, Courtney? Another fellow Canadian collector who's also super into ultimates. My geography of California has not changed. I've been asking everyone I asked that I know is in California. Now I just lead with, "Hey, are you going to DesignerCon? And also, how far away do you live?" That's how I preface the conversation. Fancy cards. Yes, I'm gonna make some cards. I'll have one for Yoko. Man, I'm really behind. Sorry. Let's open. Yeah, I was saying Michelangelo, the best weapons, because look at these nunchucks. Ryan, did you get to your Mikey yet?
I did.
Oh,
I
it's
have
right
him.
there.
I
all
have
of
him
them,
here
yeah.
with the chains.
Oh, I thought those were just large turtles. You just had them close to the camera.
Yeah, he put them up close and personal. Now that you have all three of them, up in front of you, how do you feel? What do you think?
It's great. I really love the colors on them. I guess you don't really realize that until you have them all lined up, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, with Mikey with that dark green in the middle here, just like we had when we were kids. I do love the nunchucks with the chains. That was a really great touch. And then we got the two plastic ones as well. For good measure, you guys above and beyond with all these accessories. When I opened RAF that first time with Kevin, I was going through it and I picked up the weapons rack and he's like, you're not gonna take it off, right? And I was like, no, of course not. But I was just holding it up. Like that's such a great touch there. Love it.
The weapon drag, yeah, it's such a cool nostalgia hit. You're instantly brought back to all that. It looks like you have the toy heads on there for all of the turtles.
Yeah, I didn't. I
No
just had
love
the
for the
default
alternate
ones
heads.
on. I gotta play around. I didn't want to cause too much of a commotion to get everything out of the blister.
This is the first time opening, so he's take it one step at a time. Next is the accessories, then maybe some head swaps.
Yeah, I don't mean to pressure him, but that's true.
This took a long time to plan, for Ryan to come around to the idea.
I know. Thank you guys for patience. I know I was the bottleneck there for that.
Oh, man.
So
Good, to those who wait. So I'm very excited.
I'm gonna dig into some of these, but then just quickly going back to that pizza Comic-Con exclusive. It was really, I thought, interesting too. Like that was the first time the Reaction Turtles were released, and it was, I want to say it was before we even saw the card art for the.
Yeah,
is that true?
Is.
Yeah. So
that's correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was just really cool. Like the way, and just to go back to on Reaction in general, it's become this amazing line that touches on toy properties, entertainment, movies, and then once it's been established with the kind of 6x9, 3 3/4 format that we all know, then you can kind of go crazy with it, right? And then when you do something like the pizza box, where it's brilliant, right? There are 4 pizza slices like on the card, like that's so cool. But that wouldn't be as cool if it wasn't already like its own thing. And I remember seeing the Reaction line back, I think when Funko was kind of involved in the very, very early days when it was like Breaking Bad and all the movie stuff. Like I saw it first at just a Toys R Us, I think, just walking the aisles, and they had it, and it's like, whoa, what is this? This is crazy. And it's become this thing, and it was certainly an inspiration for us to do the Marvel approach. Different in a lot of ways, but similarly inspired too. And it was something that I was trying to, certain people on the team, myself and Tony, like we're big fans of this kind of stuff, and we were pushing it for a while, and it wasn't the right time for a couple years, and then all of a sudden it was, and then we just turned it on. And you know, Tony, everyone, you know, a lot of people involved in it, but Tony in particular did a lot of the work up front with designing and line planning. So you know, when you see that Stealth Iron Man, like he
Yeah.
had to kind of design certain figures so that we could get to Stealth Iron Man, and like what, you know, we couldn't come out of the gate with a bunch of unique bodies right out, like, you know, Wolverine,
Right.
Thor, Hulk, and everything. We had to be very, very conscious of that, and Tony really laid the groundwork. And so yeah, shout out to Tony.
Oh, that's cool,
Yeah.
man. Well, I mean, it's pretty popular and well received. Well, the only person I know that collects them is Jason, and and you guys. But you're into like wave 5 now, wave 4, I think, for the Marvel 3 3/4, Ryan.
Yeah, wave 4 for this year. We had a bunch of 2-packs that were the Pulse exclusives the year before, but all those like bodies have basically
right.
been reissued again. So yeah, wave 4 is out there now, I think. And then yeah, more to come, maybe, perhaps. We have PulseCon coming up. We'll see.
Nice. Yeah.
Oh, man, PulseCon, that's 9 days, 8 days away. Whoa,
Oh, man.
that's crazy. When I actually
That's
counted
close.
out. Nice.
You know, I think it maybe similar to Ryan. I collect a lot of these Marvel things just because they're working in a similar format, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like, how can I use that for our stuff? And I think maybe Ryan has collected some reaction stuff. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Let's put it into Marvel. And I think, you know, because we're all such fans of all this stuff, like we support and refer to each other's work, and just to make just the whole hobby elevated and better together. I have quite a few of the Marvel ones, like the Carol Danvers Miss Marvel with the sash that's like separate and kind of hanging around. I was like, oh, that's really cool. Like, I never thought to do like a separate piece and stuff like that. It's just like specifically.
That's cool, man. It's just like just two different people, two different companies just appreciating toys and the work. And now we're here in the same virtual hangout room. Thank you, ya boys got toys, for the super chat, man. He says, at Kevin, me, I had a Sentinel shirt before I knew who what toying around was. Awesome. Thank you. At Kyle, yes, Donnie is the best. Can't wait for wave 4. Wave 4 of Ultimates, in which Donnie will be the turtle. That's the stupidest sentences I've ever said. And at Ryan, so nice to see you with your hair down.
Figuratively or literally?
Letting loose.
Just relaxed. Just hanging out. You're always in, you know, Marvel t-shirts and Hasbro t-shirts. Now you just get to relax and put on your turtle shirt. You're not on work time. TMNT3 Shogun costumes were the best. They were good. They were cool designs.
Yeah, I think there's a subtle thing happening with both Ryan and I, in that we're both not in our work shirts. I usually have a Super 7 shirt on whenever I talk to Kevin, or Ryan usually has some, Legends Never Die or whatever, the Marvel Legends shirts and stuff. But now you see us. This is just us. This is not us working for companies. This is us being collectors. And
yeah, man,
I'm excited. That doesn't get to happen a lot.
Yeah, I think we feel a lot of the same way too, right, Kyle? And of how, you know, people who give us feedback on our lines and the stuff we work on, a lot of it is great. And then, you know, those impassioned fans, like we know what it's like. Like, there's a lot of things we probably feel the same way about the stuff we collect, right? So kind of hopefully you can give the fans what they want more so when you it's like a competitive advantage when it's not like work time, but it's like your personal Instagram and the things you follow just naturally bleed into your work, and you can take some ideas from it. You know, a lot of the marketing stuff, I thought the WWE crowdfund ring, the marketing behind that was just really, to me, really brilliant, and I've let Steve and the team know, and I really admired that, and definitely want to add some of their plays to our playbook for Haslabs potentially going forward, because they did a lot of cool stuff. And like, you know, the other Kickstarters too, the Spawn Kickstarter a couple years ago, I remember being so geeked out about it, but then no one else no one else like at work really knew what I was talking about. They just weren't following it like for fun, right? But they should.
So, like, were you the only one, Ryan, in like your office vicinity that was into that?
That was during the pandemic though, so I was just sending out emails being like, "Oh my god, like day one, it was X thousand of units. Like this is what happens when you do a crowdfund that isn't like hundreds of dollars. Like maybe we should explore that." So I don't know if anyone will, but because the other items tend to be going okay. But yeah, always ear to the ground, eyes on the phone.
Eyes on the phone. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, I think we have. I don't know if it's our first, but it is. We have a Canuck 4.
Oh man.
Captain Colonel Collector, Toyrensu, Jason Lapidus, Bearded Builds. Shout outs. I love that it's just people typing Canuck 4 until we get it. And Mario not ruining it. Mario, you may now enter the chat.
That's
that's awesome.
I'm glad that comes on because it was such a dumb little phrase.
No, I like it. It was a well executed pun. Austin Kaiser. Sorry if I pronounced it wrong. It says, thank you for the super chat though, but thank you. He says, so cool to see Ryan Ting is a collector just like us. Question for Ryan, do you have any of these Super 7 turtles or are you sticking with NECA exclusively? Well, he has the Super 7 turtles on the screen.
Those are bootlegs. I can tell he doesn't have any of the real.
That's actually
bootlegs with the packaging that doesn't open. That's how you can tell.
Actually, did we talk about that? Michelangelo out of the box. What'd you do? Did you go from the bottom?
I did. That actually worked out really well. Yeah, I went through.
Cool.
Went through the bottom there.
There you go. Where there's a will, there's a way.
There is. I don't like opening on the bottoms because like when you rebox, I feel like it's particularly less stable. So I go in from the sides on like the Legends multi-packs and even like the Legends singles. If I need to like rebox something for a photo shoot or something.
Sure, for a photo shoot.
Well, it's funny.
I know exactly what he's talking about. I've definitely done that before. So
do you have that thing, Kyle? I'm sure you do, where it's like when you have prototypes and you need them for various things like photo shoots or videos that you might do, and it's like the one you have, right? And it's so precious, and then it's like, who has the one sample? And it's like, oh, this person needs it, and then when the final production comes out and you can get cases of it, it's just like you just immediately turn and throw it in the dumpster. It's like a very weird sensation. It's a very weird sensation for something to be so important and then immediately obsolete and like worthless to you. Like, get it out of my face. Yeah, I don't know.
Definitely. It's I'll get emails like, who has this thing we needed for photo marketing or whatever. We'll send it to the office because I'm in Southern California. The office is in NorCal or whatever. But then
can you just walk it over? It's down the street.
No.
It's
400 miles, Kevin.
I don't know what that is either.
Right. I'm sorry. A big way.
Kilometers. How many kilometers?
Yeah. I need to convert that. But yeah. And then immediately after it comes out, it's no, not that nobody cares. It's just like on to the next thing because I don't know about you, but my brain is on late 2023 almost at this point for planning and projects and all that stuff.
Shout out to Watu, the Watcher himself. Dan is in the chat.
He's here.
He is watching and he cannot interfere. Thanks for tuning in, Dan. Man, I need to get that Watcher Build-A-Figure. Yeah, 400 miles is 6. It's just I just do 1.5 just to make it easier. That's how it looks like in the car anyway.
Yeah. Oh, he did it.
You did it.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yes. I love it.
It's just so, and that's the thing with Turtles where it's like, I mean, I do collect all of the Ultimates. Kyle Ultimates is the only line is the only TMNT line. It's actually the only toy line that I'm a completist on is TMNT Ultimates. So,
Whoa.
but
Thank you. That's high praise.
Whoa.
That means a lot.
but for the turtles, it's like even if you don't go with all the other characters, like you, as long as you get the 4 in every format, they always just look amazing. So whether it's Playmates with the reissues or NECA with the movie or the animated or Super 7, just Reaction now, as long as you have your 4, your little groupings, you're good to go.
For this Michelangelo head, Kyle.
Yeah.
It's got like I have Raph here. It's more matted, the head.
Sure.
Mike has a little bit more glossy finish to it.
Like
cool.
there's some plastics that are just going to be a little bit glossier with the pigment and stuff that are on there. There's also it might be worth wiping him down. There might be a little bit of mold pull kind of oil on there as well. Just to make it easier for like to pull him out of the, yeah, I can't, I don't know the exact technical term, but sometimes there's like a spray they'll put on the blister to make it easier to pull out, just so it doesn't get fused, shipping, stuff like that. So
good to know. Yoko says, do I need the Captain Carter arms? No, I will be getting my own Captain Carter eventually. Thank you for the offer though. And that will go on my watcher.
yeah,
Dan Yoon Build-A-Figure.
Kevin, on the Michelangelo, if you look at his legs, those seem to be much more matte than the top part for me, at least the head. So
yeah, for sure.
That might be what's happening for you.
Grease me up, woman.
I personally kind of like when they're different finishes because different colors, different finishes. I don't know, just having more levels of separation between my turtles is also something I'm pretty into. So
mold release. All right, I don't know if anyone collects Super 7 turtles or have looked into it, but if you're interested in turtles, like, you can tell they're made to look like the old toys, like that aesthetic. On top of that, you get the weapons tray. The weapons tray that is not meant for the sprue. That's not meant to be released. Although there are some other collectors out there who do it. More power to you, man.
I've had to do it for quality testing and
that doesn't count.
Marketing images and stuff, but it breaks my heart every time I have to do it. It feels like a crime.
Nunchucks. All right. Before Yoko gets on me for missing the chat, Ryan, you said you had one of the sports reactions figures.
I do. I'm gonna free Leo here, and then we can get to the super.
Is it Willie Mays?
It is not. Is it Billy Mays? No, it is neither Billy nor Willie Mays.
I bet there's somebody would buy a Billy Mays reaction figure with like OxyClean branding to it.
Is that what he does? All right.
Yeah. We get spokesperson reaction figures, Slap Chop Guy, Billy Mays.
We're just coming up with great ideas here.
I know. I'm giving these away for free.
I have an idea for a Super 7 James Bond line, which I was telling Kyle about.
You were.
I don't know if anyone in the chat is a fan of 007, but like, picture, how the Turtles waves is like, each wave there's a turtle and then some supporting cast and some villains. How cool would it be to get a James Bond line like that? You get a different Bond in each wave, get a villain, like some sort of sidekick, and Super 7 packs everything with accessories, right? So like, that's perfect for Bond gadgets and Q branch stuff. And whoever's listening at Super 7, I hope you do that.
No one at Super 7's listening.
No one's listening. It's just you and Yoko. Perfect. There's no Bond merchandise in what we collect, like this kind of scale. I've seen some 1/6 scale. I don't remember the company. They made a Connery. They made Odd Job and Goldfinger, and I think that was it. And it was packed with a lot of gadgets. So I mean, that seems like something that would fit in perfectly. But Ryan, what was your sports figure?
So this is Chris Sale. I mean, it's fitting now because the Red Sox somehow ended up in the ALCS. They're tipping off tomorrow against the Astros. Sale is pitching, I read today. Game 1 starter.
Mario, that's baseball.
You guys have baseball in Canada.
Oh,
You have
it's
the Blue
not. That
Jays.
message wasn't for me. It's for Mario, who doesn't follow.
Oh, well, you play baseball clearly, and you right with your
sports injury.
Yeah. But so the funny story about this, and it actually just happened to me here. The glue was a little, just completely
perfect.
de-sealed itself. But so I was with my son, and we were at a store in a mall here in Rhode Island. It is an FYE, which I didn't even know that they were still in business. They like sell CDs and DVDs, and they have like these bigger toy sections now. So I was just going through, and they had this one. I picked it up for it was in the sale section. But so I bring the Chris Sale to the register. The guy rings it up, and then he drops it, trying to put it in a bag. And which what just happened here, the glue has been is not sticking anymore, and so he kind of had this look of horror on his face, and then he kind of picks it up, and the figure is in one hand and the card is in another hand. He's just kind of looking at me, and I'm kind of looking back at him, and then he's like, is there another one? And I said, yeah, there actually is another one. Like, let me take you back there. And then he rung it up, and we left. But because I was getting it for the unboxing, I didn't, and then I see as we were leaving, him and the manager were getting some Scotch tape and like trying to like put it back together.
Ew.
And I guess put it back out there. But yeah, it was just funny that happened. But hey, it happened again here, so that was easy. I didn't even need to use the Exacto.
Did you say damn it, man, this is for Thursday. We're not there
yet. Don't you know that Toying Around's audience will not abide by this?
I can't put this back in the box and
how
go
dare
on the
you
show.
open
I'm gonna
this
look
for
like a
me.
fool.
I hadn't seen any of the NBA Super 7. What are they? Sorry, the Super Sports. Yeah, is that the line?
Yeah, Super Sports, the sub brand.
Yeah, so I hadn't seen any of the NBA ones in hand until that day, and I underestimated you guys. I thought you were sharing bodies too much, but then I realized like Embiid is actually taller. So
now I think there's 3 body styles for NBA.
Ryan, I brought this as a prop, but I'm trying to grab my reaction of Vladdy Guerrero, and it's just out of reach because I've sealed myself in the setup tonight. This might actually come in handy.
Oh man, do it.
If you hear a large crash, that would be me. I'm not going to open it. It's Vladdy Guerrero. Okay.
No, you don't have to open it, but you can show off that you have it.
I think it's a really cool collectible if you want to take it to a game and like have a player sign it. Like, it's a figure on this card that looks really nice. It's a huge area for them to autograph or something like that. So I hope to get that one day. Someone's in the chat talking about hip hop. They had the ODB reaction. Oh, here, Robot Downey Jr. says ODB Ultimates. I love all the hip hop ones, man.
Fur coat would be really cool at that scale because you can use it for so many other characters too. You imagine a Kingpin in a big old fur coat?
Yeah. Blake, thank you for the super chat. Says, is there a retro line that no one is currently doing that you would like to see in figure form? Ooh, good question. I'll open it up to one of you while I try to James Bond my way over to this toy.
The big one for me was Gargoyles, and then NECA just blew the doors off and got to do some really rad figures. So I'm very excited for that line because it looks great. All of their reveals for that line have been super killer so far, so I'm really excited about that. But one that sticks with me that I never really got as a kid, it was super important to me, was, you guys remember these movies called The Land Before Time?
Yeah.
I loved those movies as a kid, so I'd be super into a Land Before Time line of, highly articulated, or even, a 3 3/4 inch stylization of it. I feel like there's not enough of that stuff, personally.
I think I got left marks on this from the tongs.
No.
It's like right on the crotch area where Whoops.
Let's have him sign over that.
Yeah, that's perfect. Vladdy, over here.
Right on your crotch, sir.
Ryan,
There
how
you go.
about you? A retro line, cartoon or game or movies?
I don't know. I'd have to think about that. I think there's so much good stuff being made now from all the different companies out there. Yeah, I don't know.
I guess mine would be 007. Jason says Bond. That's my Blofeld voice. Bond. I would collect the 6-inch realistic line and a 3.75 5 POA retro looking wave. Oh man, and you get like a little 3 3/4 scale Aston Martin. Man, that would be so cool. And then you can do a whole car line. Oh my god! All right, I'm gonna shut up before. I'm just gonna go. I gotta go get a license.
There's a lot of good answers in the chat here too. Cartoon D&D, I'd be super into. Biker Mice from Mars.
Anyone know how I can go about getting a toy license hooked up?
Money. I think Ryan made the appropriate sign language earlier for that.
Right.
I'd love to see more just like musical act kind of figures. You know, Funko does a lot with the pops, but not a lot of figural based stuff. Super 7, of course, with their, you know, their metal and now into punk with the Descendants
You
figure.
straightening
But
out your ghost shirt as he's.
yeah, give me some. You got to give me some of my punk rock
Yeah.
late 90s, early 2000s. Someone's got to give me some of those. But
Yeah, you and I have talked separately on Instagram about your wish lists for reaction type stuff. So we don't need to get into that. But your wishes are well known.
just floating that out just for you, Kyle. No one else.
Thank you.
How about a set of Destiny's Child reaction figures?
Yeah,
that's
that
what I want.
Or Salt and Pepper or TLC. I'd get all of that.
I love the cleats by the way too. That's super fun.
Wait, there's details at the bottom?
Yeah, there's cleats there. You would know if you open yours up, Kevin.
Don't treat me like some sort of mint on card collector and sass me with you would know. Yeah. James Bond Jr. goes hand in hand with James Bond. Yeah, there are cleats. That's awesome.
There's cleats on the bottom of the feet there. It's all about the little things.
That's cool, man. Sports. Rap music in action figure form goes very well together. Let's see. Biker Mice, Mega Man, Exo Squad. Highly articulated is it Hanna Barbera or Hanna Barbera?
Barbera, yeah.
Barbera. Barbara is a different spelling. Cartoons, Inhumanoids, Space Ghost, Cats, the movie. What?
No.
Terrible idea. Well, I mean, if you're into it, good luck in having those get made. The 1/6 scale musical figures. I mean, McFarlane did a whole bunch of figures back in the day too. Dang. Ryan, you're a completionist for the Super 7 Turtles, but you have some NECA Turtles back there. Which ones from NECA do you choose?
I pretty much get everything movie based, although I didn't get the Loot Crate Danny. And then I don't think I'm gonna get the
You want to trade?
I don't know.
I'll trade you my Danny. I don't know if you've seen pictures of it.
He's small, is what I.
He's on that John Connor body, and he looks like an 8-year-old standing next to.
You just have to put him in the foreground of your shots with April.
Yeah.
So that they balance out.
Cheap perspective a little bit.
Let's set up a trade if you're interested. Unboxing Thursdays where deals are made.
That's right.
You wouldn't notice the scale because he'll be in the box.
We have this group at work. It's me, Tony, and Dan. Not Dan Yoon, another Dan. And it's called, what is it called?
Another Dan?
Turtle Power or something. Yeah, it's our little group Teams chat. And this Dan, he hits up all these stores a lot of times, like local Walmarts and stuff. And he's really good about pinging us anytime he sees anything. And he found an extra Oroku Saki and Hamato Yoshi
Oh,
2-pack, right? And
that
he
new
was like,
one?
yeah. So Tony and I were trying to decide who wanted it, and I had to kind of pass on it though because that one it just made me sad, right? Because I feel like Hamato Yoshi didn't fare very well, like in that fight.
No.
So, uh, yeah. So I'll probably skip that one, but the other movie ones I pretty much all have. Um, and then a little bit more selective with the animated stuff on NECA because there's just so many. I can't keep up, and there's a lot of exclusives with that too, which I can't really hunt down. But I do like them as well. I had to get the Krang with the Android body because my vintage one is staring at me over there, and I love it very much still. So
Oh, mine toppled over when I went to get the video game. Kyle, do you do any NECA turtles?
Yeah, I do the movie NECA Turtles because they're so beautiful.
Oh
It's
my gosh.
incredible
Yeah, right?
what they're able to accomplish at that scale is pretty amazing. So I have that. I only have the Core 4 Turtles because that's pretty much all I was able to get my hands on. It's uh, COVID has hit people with delays and distribution issues of all kinds. It's not just NECA; it's all of us who are feeling it a little bit. So I sympathize. But I definitely want a Casey Jones and in April once I can get my hands on him.
I'm picking and choosing, and I don't really get any of the NECA. I get all the NECA movie ones, but I don't think like the cartoon ones. I get a few here and there if they look really good, but show wise, or I'm going with like Super 7 reaction or sorry
Yeah.
Ultimate route. But that Danny, yeah, I'll grab the enamel pins from the loot crate, which allegedly shipped with R.R. Donnelly like a month and a half ago. And I'm just like, whatever. If it gets here, it gets here. I'll take the pins and I'll trade it. Someone says, they're gonna re-release him with a different shirt. Yeah, if you didn't get the loot crate, you can grab it there, and you have a chance to get that. Trevor 16 Shooter says Rick James overreaction figures.
That would be cool.
I've been pitching a whole line of Chappelle Show figures.
The Chappelle Show comes up probably once a month in our because we have our team's chat of it would be cool to do this. At least once a month, someone's like, oh, Rick James Chappelle, oh, Prince Chappelle, Tyrone Biggums, all that stuff. So we see you, we hear you, we agree.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Krang still hasn't. Oh yeah, Krang still hasn't hit Canada. I got mine from the U.S. Thank you to Dante from the Infinity Equation and Prime, who tried, and that one got stolen by like this shipping service or something. It's weird because NECA has this weird shipping with Canada, but there's NECA turtles here in Canada when you guys can't find it in the States. Like there's GameStops and stores here, comic stores have the movie turtles. We just get it late. I'm waiting for my April autograph April, and I'm gonna try and set up my phone, which has the wide camera, so that I can unbox this monstrosity that I have here.
I realize I haven't been talking much about the stuff, but I have been opening stuff subtly. I'm just talking to you guys. I'm so excited.
Can you let us know? Or
I
Ryan,
know. I will try and be better about it. But this Dormammu, these are incredible. These are so cool. I'm really impressed with this Storm, having this the 70s kind of look. The original Claremont run is so cool for this. I'm excited about this one. I knew I would be, but like having it out here, it's like, oh man, so cool.
yeah, we were happy to get that one. She was on that costume was on the list for most wanted for a while. I think the first Storm we did, not including like the Toys R Us exclusive line. The first one was that like punk rock Storm in the Apocalypse wave, which like wasn't really I think what most people wanted. And then we went back and we did the white kind of the Jim Lee one, and then we redecoed it to black, and then we finally did the giant size Storm, first appearance Storm. So happy with that. that came out for sure.
And not the very. I realize that it's a deluxe 2-pack, so it's you got a little bit more money to play with to make it more of a deluxe SKU. But including the windblown and the draping down capes is a very nice touch, because I know that a tool this big is no inexpensive thing. So this is very, very cool that you did both of them.
I liked when some fans were calling it the Storm Pack with a Thunderbird accessory.
Yeah, that's how I thought too.
It kind of feels like that a little bit, just because he doesn't have any extra hands or anything. But he's also really cool to include in this pack. So I'm very excited about this. I was actually thinking about taking these lightning hands and putting them on the white costume storm that I have.
Mhm.
I realize it's not 100% accurate, but I like these lightning hands for her, because I have her as well as my X-Men team fighting the Sentinel. That's the whole display. So
Yeah,
All right,
that
I'm
would.
going to set up this table, so I'm going to mute myself while you guys geek out over Marvel Legends. Hey, what's up, Mackerson?
I'm gonna test it out. So
I said you guys chat, and then you're just going to leave.
we're doing a live experiment, all right?
Someone asked. I saw. I mean, I'm not keeping up with the chat as much, but someone was asking if I go to Toy Vault in Rhode Island, and yes, like they have several locations, so I've definitely been there. It's funny. Sometimes I walk in there and I'm actually wearing like a Hasbro Pulse or Marvel Legends like staff T-shirt. Then I go in there and people are like, they're very nice. The associates are like, "Oh, can I help you with anything?" And it's like, "No, no, thank you." Like,
You do that let Ron Swanson thing. I know more than you.
I know it's like, "Do you need my help with?" I want to be like, "Do you need my help with anything?" And they'll be like, "What are you talking about?" But no, they're actually a good store. I like going there and just taking a look around. They have a wide variety of lots of stuff.
Ryan, have you met have other collectors recognized you while you were toy hunting?
No, not really. So if that ever happened, it would probably be pretty weird. I mean, the last time we were at a convention was San Diego, really, in 2019, and back then, again, this was before the live stream. As you quietly set up a table, you look like the Dudley Boys or something, right? Do you guys any wrestling fans?
A little bit.
Get the
I thought it
tables.
looked like you were taking the elevator, right?
But I would go like I would sneak away from the booth and go walk around, and I would be wearing a Marvel Legends shirt, and no one would really bother me. So I mean, I don't know if that'd be the same now, but
They just hand those shirts out to anybody.
they would ask. People would always ask, "Where do I get that Marvel Legends shirt?" And I would say, jobs.hasbro.com.
Yeah, you gotta earn it. That's funny.
That's a hilarious, awesome response. Yeah, if we trade for this Danny, I'm going to include that Randy Orton for you, because I have no idea who he is.
I don't know much of wrestling or fighting, but I know it's not Randy Orton.
No, it is not. But I like that better.
No one. How can you prove to me that it is definitely not Randy Orton? How?
I mean, we would just need to get the man himself on Unboxing Thursdays.
The
to
Viper.
correct you.
Right. So when he comes on, I can just open this, which I've taken the accessory out of.
Which accessory did you need out of there?
It was. Where am I?
Oh, it's the punching thing. What is that
like
called?
it.
Yes. It comes apart. Like the head comes off, the body, the shorts, the base, and the base is actually weighted.
That's cool. I like that you're gonna give Ryan this figure that's left over after you took the good accessory. Like you're sending him your trash.
It's Randy Orton.
Orton. He actually knows who it is, and he'll appreciate it.
Right. Because I imagine that Ryan has the Randy Orton, but he doesn't have a Randy Orton, which is what you're sending him. Yeah.
That's
a
the variant.
It's a variant, exactly.
My wife,
Trevor.
if she's watching, but she a while ago she thought Hulk Hogan she thought his name was Hull Kogan. So like Hull Kogan, and it was really funny when I had to break it to her.
That's
Why would you
awesome.
break it to her? I would just let her live in that illusion for
Yeah.
her life. That's great.
There's a Disney singer who sings a bunch of, I forget which specific Disney songs, but I think the singer's name is Lee Salonga. And for the longest time, my kid was trying to get the song to play on Google, and I kept saying Lisa Longa, like I thought her first name was Lisa and her last name was Longa. So, and like the song just kept, it wouldn't play, and she's just like, it's not Lisa Longa. And then I just kept doing it to make her angry. Trevor, yo man, how's it going? Thank you for the super chat, guys. If you don't follow 1/6 Shooter, make sure you follow him. Amazing photographer. I'm really far back now from the camera. I feel like I'm shouting at it, even though my mic's right here. But Trevor, amazing photographer. He was a guest on a few weeks ago. He's doing his Legion. It was Mythic Mondays, but I forget what the new name is. And it's now on his YouTube. So go check it out every Monday. He is the photographer for Four Horsemen, doing all the Mythic Legion, Cosmic Legion stuff. And thank you for the super chat, man. It says, great stream. What 1/6 figures do you collect, Kyle? And while we're on Classic X-Men, this is a non-spam request for Classic E. Dad.
That's great. That's the way to do it, Trevor. Calling it out as not spam makes it definitely not spam.
Kyle, what 1/6 figures do you collect?
I do some Marvel, some Power Rangers, do DC. So I have like an Arkham Knight Batman. I have Mandalorian, so I have some Star Wars stuff as well. I kind of pick and choose the characters that mean the most to me. I know it's kind of the boring answer, but yeah, it's an eclectic group. I'm not as just because they are so expensive. It's like you have to be so much more selective on what those are. Oh.
Look at my arm on this camera. Who's that X-Men?
Mr. Fantastic?
No, there's that guy in there's that one mutant from one of those teams. You know, that guy. And he looked like this. Is his name
I was gonna say that looks like Senator Kelly from the first one where he doesn't have any bones anymore.
Lee Salonga.
Classic Angel would be great, by the way.
Yeah, I agree.
How's
Kevin,
it?
with that perspective, it makes the pizza box almost look like it's life size.
Real?
Yeah, almost. Then you break the illusion.
Let me just grab a slice to eat.
I'm watching it on the other screen. That's even funnier, watching you do that.
Skin from Generation X. That's what I'm talking about. See?
Okay.
The third guest for tonight. I was gonna do a stupid intro for the Sentinel. He's like, he stands 26 inches tall, and then it started reminding me of The Simpsons when they were the B Sharps, and it's like, we dedicate this song to a woman. She's over 200 years old, or something like that, and she weighs 2,000 pounds. And then the guy jumps off the ship. He's like, this ginormous woman's gonna devour us all. It's like, I was talking about the statue. But yeah, that's the next guest. Well, the third guest is me. I guess I can.
Yeah, that would have been a very Kevin move to have the Sentinel have a better intro than me and Ryan.
Ryan, you guys got wrestling nicknames.
You did really good.
And I don't even watch wrestling. Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can remove this.
Ryan, I'm sure that you know this, but the hands for this storm were great on the white storm. I'm very pleased with how this looks.
That does look great. I have not tried that.
Yeah. I know it's not correct. I know she wears gloves and stuff, but I don't know. I really like that. So.
All right, guys, I have to stretch before I pick this thing up. Just because I'm getting up there in years.
At a certain point, Kyle, I went to Dwight and I was like, doesn't Storm call down the lightning?
Yeah.
Versus shooting it from her fingertips, and it was like, eh.
That's true. Yes, my logic for that would be she calls it down, it comes in there, and then she shoots it back out, right? So
yeah.
This is the This is the second step of that whole process. However, an effect piece of a big lightning bolt that stands next to her, little baby cloud up top, could be cool.
A little cloud on a little on a little stand that just follows
Well,
around.
the lightning bolt is the stand, right? It goes into the ground or whatever. That could be cool.
Can you guys hear me?
This is yes, we can. You're
What if
you're interrupting this first Super 7 Hasbro collaboration right now.
Oh, okay, hold on.
No,
Oh no, he left.
you're already done.
I like how he named it Sentinel, the little name tag. There we go.
That's in the unboxing camera. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for those who don't have their Sentinel yet, I have mine. Everyone's like, "Oh, you always you're gonna underestimate how big it is," and I'm like, "Ah, it's fine." Like I read the description. I know it's 28 inches tall or whatever, and then I got the box. Oh, yeah, that's what I ordered. Like I pulled out a measuring tape when I ordered it. I was like, "Oh, that's really big, but it's manageable." And I got the box, and I was like, "Nope, that's much bigger than I remember."
I received a personal message from Ryan that said, "You need to get your setup ready for the Sentinel."
No pressure.
And if it was from him specifically, it's like, okay, I really need to get my act together. And that was months ago, and I left it all for last night.
I like that message. You are not ready. Like prepare.
But you are not a Jedi yet. You may be a Haslab backer, but you are not a Jedi yet.
There you go.
When we collect these scales, mostly 6-inch for a lot of Legends and type stuff, like
Yeah.
I don't think people realize what 26 means, because when we first revealed like this teaser for Sentinel, we announced that there would be a Marvel Haslab, and it was like clearly a Sentinel tease, but we didn't say, but people are like speculating, oh man, it's going to be a 3-foot Sentinel, a 4-foot Sentinel. It's like, no, I don't think you guys, no one actually wants that. Like you actually don't want that.
No.
So I think it turned out good sized for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I work on some of the Super Shogun stuff for Super 7, which are kind of based on those old Shogun toys, right? And they're 24 inches tall, and even that is like, it's only 2 feet. Whatever. It's ginormous. It is bigger than you remember it. Trust me.
Yeah.
Am I supposed to flip this?
Put it on the ground, bud.
There is no ground left, dude.
Are you gonna have enough clearance to like pull it up? Or are you gonna hit the ceiling? Are you gonna ramp over?
We will find out.
We'll do it live.
That's a nice tight fit.
Great box art on there. You guys did a great job with getting a custom wraparound for the Sentinel.
Thanks. Yeah, that was Ben and our packaging team working with Pepe Larraz, who did obviously the House of X Powers of 10 comic art, and then he did the art for that wave that was earlier this year. So it all seemed
There's my skin arm again. Wait, am I back? Oh, here. Oh, there we go. Look at this thing.
It's huge.
Box is beautiful. So what is this? Is this a bottom open or a top open?
What did I do? I think I did top, personally. And we talked about the benefits of top or bottom, right, Ryan? It's less stable on the bottom.
Yeah, this one it doesn't matter because you have to slide the whole styrofoam thing out.
Oh yeah, it's like a tray, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Does this make me look like a child? Like if this were a regular size toy and I'm in.
I mean, the low crude answer is no more usual, but no, not really. It's a big box.
So I don't know if people know. I think earlier last week I received an email saying sorry, but your Sentinel has been delayed, and it's already been how long? I was like, okay, I was okay with it. You didn't need to send me an email to remind me, but here we are. Some people got it in Canada, some people didn't. And then earlier this week, was it Monday or Tuesday? I woke up. I drive my daughter to school. I come back and I get an email. It says it's an email from Hasbro Pulse. And by the way, I have been checking FedEx Delivery Manager multiple times a day, like to a unhealthy level. Whereas like I wake up at 3 a.m. if my son's crying, I'll check Hasbro. I'll check FedEx Manager then. Like, why would there be an update at 3 a.m.? But it was at that level. So all this time I hadn't seen anything, and then I get an email from Hasbro Pulse saying your package has left the building, and I'm like, cool. Still nothing in FedEx Manager. And then I go click on the tracking link, and takes me to FedEx, and it says your item is on the truck for delivery today. So I'm like, this is insane. This was Monday or Tuesday, and then I saved it for today. It worked perfectly because, we scheduled this stream. Did I say this already to you guys, or did I say it while we were live? I don't remember.
I think you might be repeating yourself, but not everyone was here in the beginning. So this is good. This is now relevant information to the ginormous box in front of you.
Still got to work that in a better looking way. Anyway, it showed up that day. A guy dropped them off on my driveway, and I was working.
Were you taking pictures of him as he brought each box individually up?
No, it was just the one, because I'd feel like a jerk if I was just standing there snapping photos while this dude hauling 3 of these out of the truck, and I'm just like, hey, look, man, you're on the internet. Like, no.
However, totally worth it, because I very rarely, everyone swipes on their phone and looks at Instagram and just scrolls and hearts and all that stuff. But the GIF you did of Dave Chappelle doing this legit made me like laugh out like hard. It was really good.
I was singing it to myself as I was scrolling to look for it. I was like, give it to me, babe. All right. Are there instructions? Are there more instructions to this than MODOK had, Ryan?
Nah,
yes, because MODOK had no instructions.
So we are ahead of the game already.
You can eyeball it. You get it.
That's just for the batteries. So yeah, you don't need it.
Thanks. And this is
that is crucial though. You should read those warnings in
every language too. Yeah.
All right.
If you don't know one of the languages, go learn it, then come back and open it.
No, I don't want to offend all these countries that speak these languages.
It's so like we need to put that piece of paper in the Sentinel, that box, but then when we also do a Legends 3.75 retro, it's the same piece of paper for that size item.
Actually,
yeah.
Could have used some. See, not the only one. FedEx is the stork delivering babies.
Nice. Ryan, that paper with all the different languages and stuff, that saves you from having to do localization for each country. You could just ship one product internationally with that.
Yes. So our packaging, I think, is 5 or 7 languages, and then the warnings are in every language on the planet, apparently. But that just can be that can go inside. It doesn't need to take up real estate.
Yeah.
By the way, anyone who's watching, this is what the review would be. Just me trying to figure out.
It's kind of like the primates in the monolith in 2001, just banging on it, trying to figure out what's going on.
If you stand it up and shimmy the box up the top, you can do that, but then make sure that the plastic piece doesn't just fall, right? You kind of have to.
If that Sentinel tips over, it's not going to just fall, it's going to tackle you to the ground.
Do I have the right side? Let's see. All right, it's facing me. Is that good?
I mean, it'll make it so you can catch it. If you had it facing us, if you lost that tray, your Sentinel's gonna take a nose.
I don't know if the tray is held on. I don't think it's taped down.
It's not, but there's enough like static to it that mine didn't fall off when I did it.
Shout out
But
to everyone in the chat sticking around watching this ridiculousness.
It's like watching NASCAR. Yes, win or lose. You're waiting for the crash.
It looks so. What? You're waiting? What? No. Come on. Don't be like that. This looks so good already, and I'm just looking at thighs.
It only gets better.
Oh, come on, dude. All right. I think I got it. I do not.
Famous last words. Yeah.
I think I need to get my feet involved.
Try to use the tongs. Maybe the tongs will help.
Let's use the tong.
I only have 2 hands. Oh, shoot. The ceiling's too low.
I called it.
We're almost there. Oh, my God. All right. Ah. Yes. All right.
Watch a grown man struggle with his toys.
That should be a new GIF or something where it's like, what did you say? Like, I need to get my feet involved or something. What was that the?
Please do not.
He did say that. Yeah, that was good. Oh, Daniel the Watcher commenting. Ryan, next PKO kickoff, make sure we emphasize that packaging must allow for Kevin to be able to open and assemble.
Don't do it for me.
Yeah, we need to look up the average ceiling height.
That's right.
Well, if I had put it on the floor like a smart person would have done.
I'm gonna say, if you think this is bad, Galactus is going to be even worse. You're going to put a hole in your ceiling with that thing.
Galactus is 32?
32? Yeah.
Yeah, he's got the antlers.
Yeah. I mean, 4 inches doesn't sound like much, but it's bigger. Yeah, that's a whole reaction figure at that point that you're losing of space. So
Awesome. Why am I looking at that first?
okay, so you said, why am I looking at that first? I was the most excited when they announced the bendy wire tentacles. I knew they were coming, but no one had said anything, and they're like, "Oh, here you go," and I was like, "All right, now I'm on board."
Were you like 2?
Kinda.
All right.
Because I remember the Toy Biz one, and I use those tentacles all the time in displays. So
This is pretty, man. The colors, it's all nice and sleek and shiny. And what is that in 9.6 feet? What? All right, here we go.
I think 9.6 feet is the average ceiling height.
This is how big my son is. Almost. He's almost as big as my son. Oh my God.
That's a low key flex. You just held it out with one arm like that.
What's that?
A low key flex. You just like held it out there with one arm, no struggle.
Why? It's, oh my God. Let me move this box out of the way so. Wait, I can't. This is like opening an Ultimates. There's all these layers. All right. Nice and sturdy. There we go. Bastion. People want to see Bastion? And I forget what that Sentinel lady's name is. Lady Sentinel. Battle damaged hand. You know what you can do if your stuff isn't focusing? You could just hold this behind like a small prop and just use that.
Yeah.
Battle damage head. Master mold.
The master mold head, like Ryan, that thing's a murder weapon. It is
It's heavy.
very, very heavy. I did not
It is
expect
very
that.
heavy.
Yeah.
I have one Sentinel up here, and I have the accessories just lying around. And my son comes up, and he's like, "Oh, can I look at this?" And it's like, "Yup." And then within 2 seconds, drops the master mold head. It like rolls on the floor, probably dented the floor.
Yeah. Big old thud.
How am I gonna leave this room afterwards? I can't.
I think you live
Okay.
there now. I think you have to sleep there.
This is my new.
Yeah.
It's just me. I'm Tom Hanks, and this is Wilson.
The master
Look
mold
at
head is
that.
Wilson.
Ladies and gentlemen, Haslab Sentinel in the house. Here's camera 2. Camera 2 is very hot. Oh boy.
The Sentinel camera sort of looks like a 90s rap video a little bit, you know, where the fisheye kind of look.
Battle damaged head is awesome.
Yeah.
I like how some photographers are just using that battle damaged head as just an accessory, right? Like just with some figures, like a defeated Sentinel.
Yeah.
It's like kind of bonus.
You can maximize your one set. You can have this Sentinel fighting, and this can be like props. That counts as another Sentinel in your scene and another hand and stuff. Like remember the Toy Biz ones with all the parts, the Sentinel display bases. I thought that was cool. Did they all come together to make one Sentinel? I don't remember.
I don't know about that, but I
don't
definitely
think
wish I
so.
still had those because of this Sentinel for the display. That'd be really cool.
Ask the Sentinel how it was like to be in the 90s cartoon. This isn't the this is the talking Tickle Me Elmo Sentinel version. Jason. Ryan, how many times a day do you get asked for morph? And now that a Sentinel is out, has that increased?
Yeah, quite a few. I think it's the same people though, over and over. Yeah, we know morph is needed. We hope to get to him.
We know.
I get it. I've seen the show. You have to do it in like a Seinfeld voice though, like
Yeah,
slightly
you were
annoyed,
much
like
better
I've
than
seen
that.
the show. Let's see. We need a Marvel Legends Toad. Who knows? Marvel Legends Toad. He was in the first Toy Biz wave. I'm speculating. Ryan, put on your poker face. That if that cap was announced by the unparalleled cap, who knows? What if it's a whole recreation of that first wave? Who knows?
Who knows? What if?
I mean, Ryan knows, but he's not going to say anything.
No, I said poker face. The master of impressions, Kyle. Can you give us this in your best Wolverine?
Wait, no, what?
In the Wolverine voice.
I don't have a Wolverine voice.
This one's for you, Morph.
Thank you. That you do it. You know, I'm specifically Robo from the Fwoosh or Goldar from Mighty Morphin. That's it.
Ryan, do you guys do this? Like, do you guys, while you're working on this stuff, just do impersonations?
I don't think we do really. We should add that.
Dang.
Yeah.
That would
I
just
find
seem like a
myself
fun work day.
as I'm drawing stuff. If I'm like working on like an expressive head, I'll like find myself like doing the expression that I'm trying to draw and design. Additionally, Kevin likes to make fun of me when I talk about articulation schemes. I usually I'm like, oh, the torso crunch. I'll like do this as I'm talking
Can you
about it.
speak to the upper abdominal ball joints? on Ultimates, Kyle.
Maybe the diaphragm cut. Yeah, you get a lot of this nice movement and stuff, right? Yeah,
All right.
every time.
Which one? That was Mo. That wasn't a Mo voice. I can't even do a Mo voice. Deluxe Toad that comes with the live Toad packed in. My God, that's the one that Sunny got sent. Might have been a prank. I don't have batteries. I don't even have a screwdriver. I was not. I didn't read the instructions. How do you open the panel? Ah, that's fine.
We have
The
a super
panel
chat.
is just a friction fit on the back. You can just
Yeah,
kinda pull
it just pulls off.
Maybe if those Konami batteries, those Konami Ninja Turtle batteries still had juice in it, you could put them in.
Okay, they say. I think those were sample batteries. I think they were from when my dad had the photography, like the photo developing store. That was a good. I don't even want to count how many years. Pay Sun, thank you for the super chat. He says, thanks to Hasbro and the Legends team and Super 7 for these toys. I can't believe I get to own today. All in on Super 7, TMNT, and Love My Sentinel. Damn, you've made it to the right stream. That's what we've been unboxing today.
We're a very unique Venn diagram of toy collecting today.
I mean, that's a pretty big overlap, wouldn't you say? This is brands from like a very close generation timeline.
Yeah, I mean, certainly Ryan and I think are pretty close in age and in generation as well. I think we're in a unique time in the toy industry where, you know, the phrase I always say is the inmates are running the asylum. All the people who grew up loving these things are now in charge of making them even better than when they had them as children. So
that's cool. This is on that shoulder flap.
Oh.
Is this in frame?
Yeah, it's in frame.
All right.
It looks like he's about to just slap you right in the face, though.
Sentinel's like, hey, Kevin, what did the 5 fingers say to the face? Articulated fingers.
The Thunder Tank next to a Sentinel would actually be a very interesting size comparison, I think, because they're both ginormous.
Speaking of which, Legion makes a great prisoner army builder. Yeah, for sure. That's the same. The outfit on it is perfect for that. Can the Sentinel snap is? I don't know what that means. I don't have batteries. This thing is awesome. I know everyone wants to know. Mine are good.
Nice.
Kyle has Surtur there. True story. I went into the office today and I chatted with Dwight for a minute, and his Sentinel was holding Surtur's. I always forget the name of it, but whatever that fire sword is, he was just holding it.
The what would Robo call it? The like big old piece of beef jerky, right?
Jason's in the chat. He'll know what the sword is.
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called either. But this thing is it's not nearly as big as the Sentinel, but 13 inches for an action figure is no joke. This is really cool. I'm very, very impressed with this. My girlfriend came in to look at the pile of loot that I would be unboxing tonight, and she was like, "Oh, that guy looks cool." I was like, "Yeah, isn't he? He's like this big fire member from Ragnarok or whatever." She goes, "He looks spiky." Like I can confirm now. I think she's watching. Yes, he is spiky to the touch. So, but beautifully decoed and injected in this nice clean orange. So clear orange, very cool.
The thumb has a joint that twists this way. I don't know why that amazes me. I don't think it needs to, but that's awesome.
So you can have him close the fist on top or on the side, bud.
And punch someone? The Twilight Sword, yes. Jason recommended that I go read this Beta Ray Bill comic in which he has to go retrieve said item. So you know what? When we planned this and the Sentinel, there was no sign of it yet. The largest toy that I was going to open tonight is Surtur, because I don't know if you guys remember, I wanted to do a shot using Surtur as, I forget the thing now, from Lord of the Rings, and he's fighting Gandalf.
Oh, the Balrog.
The
Yeah.
Balrog, and I was going to use that. And DK, nice enough, he stopped by the other day and he dropped off his copy of Surtur. So I was gonna have that tonight, but then now this guy's here, and Surtur, you stay over there. DK, you're not getting it back for another week.
Pretty great. I like how big this guy is. He's a very, very impressive fire demon figure. I'm excited to put him with my other demon figures that I have. You know, here he is next to Dormammu. Isn't that just a cool display, right? Where they're gonna team up together. Or this would look really good with Mythic Legions too, right?
Yeah.
So many cool things you can do with this guy. He's great.
Ryan, have you opened any of the ultimates that are larger than 7-inch?
Not yet. I only doubled up on the turtles, so I was comfortable with opening them. We'll see. Kyle and the team are making me get 2 of the Mouser packs though. So
Oh
do
yes,
that.
they are. That's gonna be a fun little army building thing. It'll be a nice way to display with your turtles. You can have them. I checked actually recently. The katanas for Leo and the size from Raph both fit inside of the battle damage holes on the Mousers. So lots of options.
They were bigger than I like when we saw the pictures of them with they were basically bigger than I thought they would be, the Mousers.
Well, they're basically the one on the back there. Line up pretty nicely.
Yeah.
Skin versus Sentinel. Can I use some forced perspective?
Whoa, in the Sentinel cam, yeah.
Yeah.
This is definitely an amazing collector piece and not to be played with. I mean, you can. It's just a workout. It is like wrestling a small child. It's beautiful. This is gonna be the meme pic. Just me admiring this thing.
Should make it bigger. I don't need to be on screen right now.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't even paying attention. How cool is this?
I love that head.
I hope people had a chance to get this, and those that do, this is awesome. Wait, be patient. When you get it, it'll be worth it. I haven't even touched these. The super long chopsticks. Hulk looks at the Sentinel. Big robot.
Like the line from Ragnarok.
Ryan, are there any? So those ultimates that you don't have doubles of to open, which one would you want to get doubles of? To check out the figure, like the larger one.
So kicking myself for Splinter. I mean, he's not a larger one, but try to hunt down another Splinter, and then everyone's, the Bebop and Rocksteady are just so huge. Probably need to go get in on them. I picked up the old Playmates reissues because when they came out as single figures, I never picked them up and kind of forgot about it. And then when I would see them at conventions, I would be like, oh man, I can't believe I missed out. And then randomly the Walmart app or website had them in stock a couple of weeks ago. And so I picked those up, but I'll just probably keep them. But gotta give Kyle's big boys a chance there.
No, Bebop and Rocksteady, you should definitely consider finding a second set to open. They're beautiful.
Yeah, they're very similar to your master mold. They're very, very heavy potential murder weapons. They're no joke. Oh man, just the operating table for the Sentinel here.
That was my 796 Studio transition. You gotta flick the camera around.
That's right. Activate your vertigo and then show them what you want to show them.
You look on the other camera, and I'm like,
When I try to stack my TMNT reactions, the Bebop and Rocksteady messes up the balance every time because the blisters are so much deeper, and then
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah. Sorry, man.
Hey,
Is
you
that bad?
you
I know
had to do
exactly
it.
what you mean.
Had to do it.
Yeah.
Really?
The little reaction display up there looks great, but the reactions next to the NECA turtles is a fun little comparison on that shelf too. That looks great.
All right, I want to show everyone if you aren't into 3 3/4. That look how good that looks all together on display.
There is something to be said about that form factor and how it just allows you to collect a lot of figures and have a good breadth of characters on one shelf. What's that doing there?
Gotta keep them in there
That's right.
as a joke. Let's see. Toka and Razor are figures of the year. Yeah, I still have them in the box. They're at the very top of the unbox pile. Man, anyone have questions they want to see close-ups of for the Sentinel or something else?
While you're doing that, I'm going to open up my Marvel cards from the Ryan Ting special running
Ryan,
out.
have you picked up any new packs lately?
Of those specifically?
Oh no, of anything, any cards.
Oh no, not lately. A couple of months ago, I went through a NBA and what was the other one? Oh, and some WWE cards. I was just bored, and so I needed to open some cards, so I got some WWE, and I didn't get any Ortons. But what wave is that, Kyle?
This is Wave 2.
Okay, I don't remember which one number is which.
I mean, I can show you what I got here. I got.
He's like, I don't know why I asked.
Zemnu.
Wave 2 was the villains one. That's
which
the
is
one
cool
that came
because
out.
I got a Zemnu part today in my
Nice.
opening. Lady Deathstrike, which is a cool looking version of her there. Abomination, very fun, and relevant to the happenings of the MCU. Oh, and it's a foil card, Kang the Conqueror.
Oh, that's a nice one.
So I like this one a lot. Very cool.
You get a foil.
Yeah, little rainbow foil action is very nice.
What's up, Rach? She says, lurking, but there are 2 of you, Kevin. The world isn't ready for that. The other camera is for the Sentinel here.
Yeah.
My third child. Oh, I should
go. You took the name tags off. It doesn't say Sentinel anymore. Now there's just 2 of you. There you go.
Oh, there we go. Those cards need to be fan channeled. That's funny. Man, yeah, we don't have any sign of those cards here in Canada, so I need to make some friends with some US people who have extra. I think that the next wave that came out was Wave Series 3, right? I think I saw people have Series 3 cards.
That comes after 2, so yeah.
Although the first one that came out was 2 though, which sent shockwaves throughout the community.
Conspiracy theories.
Yeah. So I guess that's a good marketing tip, right? If you want you just want to sow confusion and discord, you number it and then just don't start with number 1. And then it's like, what?
Ryan's email and text and Microsoft Teams all went off at the same time, and the internet was going crazy. Oh, you gotta go put out some fires, Ryan. Why is it only Series 2 out first? What happened to 1? Scandal. It was on all the tabloids.
It's on the news ticker on the bottom of the screen. Yeah.
Hasbro card do not count. Oh man, that's cool. And remember, people, it says the cards are not indicative of which figures will or will not be, or which characters will not be made into toys.
But I do think that it's the marketing strategy is working, because I got this foil Kang card and I'm like, damn, like I need a Kang. I don't have a Kang, but I've been Kang curious thinking about it, but now I got this card. Oh man, I should definitely get one.
Kang curious. I thought you were gonna say the foil cards makes you want to get more cards, but you got to get that Kang. It's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, it's enabling me to get more toys. Which there you go, the master
That's the point,
marketer at
isn't it?
work right there. Yeah.
All right, this is Bastion.
Yeah.
And you can swap his head with. Lost it. This is so weird. Someone asked if he can snap. You can kind of get his hands like this. You can kind of snap.
Head on there. I use the male Sentinel Prime head. Right? Is that what it's called? Yeah. So
I need to get. I think everyone should send all of their hood cards to Sonny, so he can sign it and then just use them as giveaways on his channel. This is so cool. Ryan, before I backed this, I was on the internet looking for Sentinel cosplay. And I was debating if there were 3D printed models or 3D models that I could print out and just plaster them to my son.
Oh, for him? Or
Yeah,
for you?
and then instead, I'm like, I mean, a set of STLs has got to be cheaper than $350, and then I can have him walk around and be a Sentinel there. But they didn't have that option at the time, so I don't regret this though. This is insane. Where am I going to put this? Where am I going to put Galactus?
You've got some time to figure that out.
yeah.
This is going to bed. This is going in my room tonight.
I haven't seen it in person, but I've seen photos of Sentinel cosplay of with people like attaching Marvel Legends to them.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
It's a pretty cool effect.
I can't remember which Comic-Con, but I saw a Galactus cosplay and they had a Silver Surfer Marvel Legend attached to them. And it was like on a thing and it would like go around him.
Oh, that's
Nice.
cool.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah, Sentinel gets his own camera. He's his own person. Can he sit? Wait, I think I've seen Sonny make him sit.
Yeah, he can do anything.
Oh, this is
Sonny,
soft.
is Sonny the guy? Is it Sonny who put him in like a sweater and like a backpack and sent him off to like preschool?
No, that was Preternia.
Okay.
Those made me laugh though, because there was one who was just like him going through the Sentinel going through the door with the backpack. It's like they grow up so fast.
Yeah.
The
car seat Sentinel is pretty great.
time it takes out to put these emojis in this comment deserves a highlight. Thank you, Robot Downey Jr.
That's good.
But
This
it's
is-
curious
this is
with the
tough.
K. It should be with the K.
Yeah, it should be with a K. That's true. Oh, Augie's here. What's up, Augie? It's a Super 17 member.
So yeah, he can kind of sit. Sonny put him in some sort of sports football jersey. This is your friend Kyle.
Yeah. It's a fellow Super 7 employee.
Hello, Augie. Welcome.
Hello, Augie. I know Augie too from the cons.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool, man. I'm looking forward to Designer Con next month. I have to I gotta fly. I'm gonna fly out. I already have my flights booked. I'm looking at the screen. I already have my flights booked, and we're gonna hang out. There's some people who I've hit up, and hopefully we get to hang out. And I want to hang out with the Toy Migos and any Chat Migos that are in the area. If you're in California, that means you're in the area. So I'll probably see you there. And I think when I come back, I basically have to get like a COVID test the second day before I fly back, so that I have a valid test and come back. And I have to quarantine myself, self-quarantine. I don't really have to, but I'm choosing to. And I think in that time, I'm just going to lock myself in a room and review a Sentinel. Because that would be the best. I need that much time to do it. But man, this is This is incredible. This is incredible.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna say good job, Ryan, and you'll say something like I didn't make it or something. I had no part in it, but you had a part in showing it to us.
Yeah,
getting us
it's
on
a team
board.
effort, right? No one ships a Sentinel on their own.
What? Yo, also my FedEx package didn't have my name on it. It had my address. And I'm thinking, is that why it didn't show up in my FedEx manager? It's
Did,
a whole
did
this
it
whole
have
thing's
no
a
name
mystery.
on it, or was it like, did your son order the Sentinel, and you'd be like, to your lady, be like, why are you mad at me? He's the one who ordered it.
Did the 3-year-old order the $350
Yeah,
Haslab and put in the correct shipping address? Can I just yank this off?
yeah. It's a big old ball joint. You just pull it off.
Oh, what fell over there?
Pull your head away from you. Don't punch yourself in the head as you're pulling it off.
You don't watch the Three Stooges? It'll be like a comedic effect like that where I just go thunk. All right.
He's got to put his Sentinel in a headlock.
Yep.
I gotta use my feet.
Involve the feet.
Nice.
Yeah.
This looks cool on its own. Some sort
It
of
does.
sci-fi futuristic robot with just a ball head.
Yeah. I wish that Kevin had put batteries in it, because the light piping for all of the heads, Ryan, is really well done. It's very, very nice. I was impressed with how well it works for all of them.
I've already committed to sitting in this desk, okay? It's going to take a lot of effort to get me through this barricade. So my God, look at this. Ah, my nail.
Do we just lose it on camera? Is it off now?
But that would have been spectacular, wouldn't it? Imagine the Sentinel took it off.
I realized that, like, it was by accident, but when you say the Sentinel took it off, I'm imagining it reaching out and picking it off.
Just with his articulated fingers.
Yeah.
You can just...
What's up, Gail Benning from Twitch? Thank you for tuning in. This is a Haslab Sentinel. People in the chat, after seeing this, did you get a Sentinel? Do you wish you got a Sentinel? Does this make you want to back other large projects like this? Or does it make you not want to? The nail should have his own camera. Oh my God. You guys can see it in California. Bread C29, have a good night. Oh wait, you're in Australia. Have a good, it's 14 hours. Evening.
Seeing it with the Master Mold head on it makes me want to get another one, because that's a good looking figure, and my Master Mold head's just in a bin somewhere right now.
This is sweet. All right, I gotta build a new display for this somewhere.
Ryan, when you were working on the Sentinel with the Master Mold head and stuff, was there any discussions about making a throne for him with his Master Mold that, would more or less be a seat for a small child at the time?
I think we talked about it, and then our engineer reminded us how much tooling that would be.
Yeah.
And then we kind of thought better of it. And then I think we might have kicked around the idea of doing something with the packaging, but then even that got a little too complicated. You saw with Kevin fighting with the big tray there.
What?
Yeah.
Why you gotta call me out?
To be fair, everyone does. You just had to do it on the table there in front of the camera. But...
You're the one who chose to do it on camera live in front of everyone. We all struggled silently at our own homes.
I gotta do something different. I don't think I've watched a single full Sentinel review video, just because I like to go in fresh.
The authentic experience. I mean, the way I did it is I picked it up and then you shake it and then it like slowly comes out and it's just so slow and you're still just shaking it and then it just takes its time and then eventually,
And then you get the last whatever 6 inches of it crash.
There's going to be a Toy Farce headline tomorrow, it's going to be like toying around is the reason that Haslab Sentinel did not come with a throne because he couldn't get it out of they were worried he couldn't get it out of the box. Also, that is a terrible newspaper headline.
That's very wordy.
It's Michael Scott's with a local paper company. Gail says, I miss the Sentinel and the big internal struggles with getting Galactus or not, but I didn't get it. If it had been a Celestial, that would have been no question. Oh, okay, cool. I haven't heard that many calls for a Celestial Haslab, but that's awesome. What's next? Transformers? Are you guys into
Transformers? I think just ended, maybe. Right, and then
a couple days ago.
Yeah, Rancor's coming, right?
Star Wars has one coming up, and then who knows what the future holds? But we are working.
As you were looking right into the camera, I saw Toy Rensu's comment that said "shifty eyes," so I didn't know if you were like making sure there was no poker face. Oh, DK said the Transformer one ended on the 10th. Okay. Austin says Rancor will go live at PulseCon. Is that a rumor? Cool. Is that confirmed? That's confirmed. Or calling it. He's calling it. We'll see.
Calling it. There you go.
I mean, they've announced it. We'll see. When else would it be for? Would love to see a Power Rangers Haslab.
That would be
Ryan,
cool.
You're not a huge Power Rangers guy. Kyle.
Yeah.
Would that be of interest?
I guess it would depend on what it is, you know. I would be very interested in a Megazord that is in scale with my Sentinel, so I can have them posing to.
Whoa!
Out. So that would be pretty intense, or even a Dragon Zord, or maybe a Command Center playset or something like that. That would be pretty cool.
Heck yeah! I mean, Marcus has been calling for Dark Spectre or Serpentera.
Okay, well, Serpentera would be, the size of my house. I feel like that's really pushing it. He's like he's like the universe's biggest Zord. He's like, if he's as big as Surtur, then the Megazord is as big as his hand here, right?
My God.
So,
Ryan, now that we know that you are a completionist of Turtles Ultimates, are there other Ultimates lines that are in your sights? It doesn't have to be a complete set, but just because there's a lot of stuff. Simpsons.
Yeah, so I think I missed out on the Transformer ones. I don't think I would pick amongst those. There were some great ones for that, and then the Simpsons too was just really funny. Poochie and Mo were great. I have to get my Turtles Next Wave pre-order in before it closes.
You haven't pre-ordered it yet? All right.
I gotta wait it out.
That's right.
Kyle, stop attacking the other guests.
No, that's fair. It's back and forth because he knows I didn't buy a Galactus. So.
So he didn't order it yet out of spite, just to make you sweat.
That's right. Yeah.
No, it's just procrastination. But I think, who was it? Was it Adam from Playing With Myself? He was like, for people who just don't back stuff like right away and just wait to the end, they're being like buttholes or something, because it's like like they're gonna get it anyways. Like, why not just get it earlier and then get that number higher? And I was like, yeah, he's totally right. And it's like, I waited to the last 2 days to back the Victory Saber just because. So I need to learn from my mistakes there.
Yeah.
Shout outs to Adam and the Toy Migos. I think they've gone live already. Adam is running the show over there tonight. He's got the reins. So go check him out.
Should be a good one.
You guys want to go like another 5-ish, 10 minutes? I don't know. Ryan's opened everything, all of his doubles.
I've opened everything too. I'm out now. The cards were the last thing. I saved the best for last because I know that was what Ryan was the most interested in my home. So.
Well, it gave us a new catchphrase for Kang. So
Kang,
Kang
worth it.
curious.
with 2Ks.
All right, Ryan. If you go to DesignerCon, I'm gonna have a T-shirt that says "Kang Curious" for you.
maybe next year. I don't think I can get out to the lovely state of California anytime soon. But
Yeah, you should definitely plan for it though. It's my favorite convention to go to, for sure.
yeah, I didn't know much about it. I don't know. Are marketers allowed in? Do you have to show your design card?
You might have to go incognito. Do your hair, like comb your hair the other way and not wear a Legend shirt or something.
Guys, no. I know Dwight Stahl. Really. Just watch. Go look on YouTube.
Don't you know who I am?
Big Three. Ever heard of it?
I want to ask you, Ryan, since you're a completionist on Turtles, are there any Turtle characters that we have not done in Ultimates that you'd be very excited to have in the Ultimates line?
Yeah, I think Rat King is got to be coming. I assume.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's on the list.
Put it on Ryan. I don't need to be here. He's the one answering.
Oh,
I
yeah,
didn't-
I got distracted by this.
So you guys went with Scratch with this upcoming. What are we on, 5 or 6 or something?
This is 6 now.
6, yeah. And so I wasn't too aware of some of these characters that came out later in the line, but are now like super rare. So there's that I forget his name now, but the giraffe, the basketball player.
Half court.
Yes. So
What's his name?
if we can get
Half
a Scratch, then we should be able to get a half court too, because I'm a
Half
big
court, that's
basketball
awesome.
fan.
Yeah.
As well. So that would be awesome. What else? Yeah, you guys are just knocking them out. I think either both the Ultimates and the Reactions could use something to ride around in. So if their legs get tired, so maybe that's possible. Or fly around in, glide around in.
Anything is possible.
Yeah.
You're making toys. Anything is possible.
That's
for
right.
sure.
Yeah.
I just love it. Like, you guys both represent just two great toy making companies, man. I'm super thankful I get to chat with both of you and share this ridiculousness with everyone watching, everyone in the chat. Courtney says, Super 7, do I got to read this in the way you typed it? Doing my boy / justice.
There you go. Yeah. I mean, it's much better if you read it that way.
I'll read it plain. Super 7 doing my boy /
That's your Sentinel impression.
Yeah. Do you remember? I just thought of the shot that I need to do. One of your favorites, Ryan Gambit, leaves a playing card, and one Sentinel goes, "What is it?" And then the other one zooms in. He's like, "It appears to be the Ace of Spades," and then the Gambit's card blows up. It's like, why would the robot be so specific? I love that. I love that scene.
Oh, also Kyle, the panda character.
Oh, PandaCon.
That guy.
Yeah.
I had him as a kid too.
PandaCon would be cool. Him and Usagi, I think, are technically separate licenses, so there
really?
might be some hoops to jump through. But I'm into PandaCon for sure.
All right.
Should have spelt it. Boy.
Any turtle variants that you're looking for, Ryan? I mean, and Kevin, you can answer this question too. You're complete so far.
I love being the afterthought. Thank you.
On your own show. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's fine.
Well, what were the big 4, right? So it was in the original line. It was the ones you guys did. It was Samurai Leo. It was Surfer Mike. What was the RAF one? I'm forgetting. I'm blanking.
Space Cadet.
Okay. And then Donatello was
Undercover with the trench coat.
Yeah, the disguise one. Okay, yeah. So yeah, those are probably coming, I would assume, at some point. How about Ultimates that you put them in the crouching position and then they do a backflip? You remember those? Yeah, I don't know.
I love that in our conversation. It's only because I think it's only because you guys are on the industry side where I'm talking about the astronaut RAF And then Ryan was like, "Ooh, you could just use the Ultimates Homer Simpson astronaut Homer, and then that's most of the figure done right there, reuse." And I'm just like, what if we did Roger Moore? If you did a James Bond line, you would have a Roger Moore in Moonraker using that body. And
That's a pretty calling out Homer as reuse for Roger Moore is really disrespectful to Roger Moore. He's not
it's a spacesuit. It's not supposed to be flattering.
I mean, but I mean, like Homer, it's like distinctly like beer belly showing through the astronaut suit.
Shout outs to Des RE fan. I think RE is Resident Evil. I was looking at their Instagram, not being creepy, just following back. Became a channel member. Thank you for joining. Welcome to the Butter Nation. Do you guys have other questions for each other? I mean, the focus was like, or the idea was like, this guy makes this stuff and this guy makes this stuff. Ryan, do you have any questions for Kyle? He's like,
no pressure.
Yeah, no, definitely. So I guess just in terms of Ultimates, like, are you? I mean, I don't know this, but you might have said it. So are you on all the Ultimates? Are you on some of them?
I'm on some of them.
Okay.
I was on most of them in the early days, and by early days I mean 2.5 years ago when I first started. But the team has grown so much, and the brands and licenses that we've been able to work on has grown so much that no one person could do that. That would just I wouldn't have time to talk to you guys right now because I'd have to be working.
Yeah.
And I probably still don't have time. I probably should be working it now. But yeah, so I'm mostly on Turtles, I'm on Power Rangers, all the heavy metal stuff, Conan, and some other brands that are coming down the line. And I'll do the occasional reaction figure. It's mostly those same brands in reaction as well. So just because that's where my primary focus is, where a lot of my passion is.
I see.
Separate.
Another question, shifting gears. If I were to, I don't know anything about Ghost.
Okay.
But if I were to boot up the Spotify, out of curiosity, where should I start?
Okay. I mean, I guess knowing or not fully knowing, but briefly understanding some of your musical tastes and your punk kind of leanings in the music a little bit. I would say you probably want to start with the first album, which is an album called Opus Eponymous, which is from 2011, I believe. And it's a little bit, it's their first album, so it's a little bit more raw and not as engineered and whatnot. And it's got a little bit more of a darker theme to it. So I would start there. I would start probably with, there's a song called Conclave con Dio, which is like, it really gives you like a good kind of like, oh, this is what this is. So
Ryan, would you say you are Ghost curious?
No, you need a word that starts with the G sound. We have to come up with that.
Oh, it's got to be an alliteration? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll think of something. I'll probably think of it in like 10 minutes in the middle of you guys saying something.
Yeah, text it to me after. Oh, I forgot the most important thing to unbox, guys.
Oh.
What?
Oh, no way.
Those
are hard to find still. That's cool.
What is this?
This was an exclusive a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
It's a beach towel that is in the design of the vintage trading cards that someone was shouting out earlier.
That's
and
right.
it even has, does it even have the 25, it has the 25 cent thing or no?
Cool.
Yes,
And
it has the
got
25
it's got
cent.
the dot pattern on the green too. Yeah.
Yep, and it's got it's got the Topps logo, 5 cards, 1 sticker, 1 stick bubble gum.
Is this
yeah.
Super 7?
Yeah,
It
this
is.
is Super 7.
Yeah. This was from our San Diego offerings the same year we did the pizza.
Oh, man.
So
That's so cool.
yeah.
Ryan is now
doing
Ghost.
it.
When we made it, I knew it was like, oh man, that's like really, really cool. But then like being here now is like, oh my God, like Ryan is literally the world's most perfect customer for that.
Thank you.
It was like, we made it just for you.
A one of one.
Yeah.
So, we talked about like I'm kind of, I procrastinate doing my big Ultimate Wave pre-orders. I always
Sure.
sneak it in. But when I saw this go up on Instagram or Twitter when it was announced, I think it was the fastest I bought anything because I was just like, "Oh my god!" It's like, do I need a towel? Like, no. But like, oh my god, it's just like the trading card pack, and it's got the Topps logo, it's got the 25 cents,
It's got your favorite turtle.
got my favorite turtle. Yeah. So that was I need to like hang this somewhere.
Yeah, I would say that's maybe like a display piece or something for hanging from the ceiling or something.
I picture Ryan like, oh, that would be dope when I go to the beach and it's like out in the sand and somebody walks by. It's like, hey man, cool towel. And then now 2 years later, you're unboxing it.
But he says, hey man, cool towel, but it's still in the bag.
Yeah, I bring it to the beach in the bag. Yeah, that should do that. Well, it's no longer mint, but it's gonna be great.
Very worth it.
I forgot you were a mint on card collector. That's how it would have been on the beach.
Yeah.
In the original packaging.
That's good, man. I'm glad that you got that. That warms my heart that like the perfect person has that now. That's so cool.
I don't have one, but that's cool.
Are you the trading card guy?
But do you have this suitcase? The suitcase makes another appearance. Oh wait, you have another suitcase?
I have the carrying case from San Diego. I put all of my Ultimates accessories in it. So I think
I didn't get that.
No,
because I wasn't opening my reaction figures back then. So now
true. You only have 4 of them open. You don't actually need a carrying case for 4. You can put those in one hand.
Yeah, fair point. You should, if you could you could take this idea back. A carrying case for mint up but just bigger, so it could hold the carded figures.
Oh man, that's
so. Yeah,
that's more. I think we call those
the shipping box.
Yeah. Cases are master cartons.
Yeah.
Just paint it green.
Oh man, Peter says all future Toying Around episodes should have the Sentinel standing on the table next to Kev. It's possible because I don't know where to put this. This may be the best spot for it. This may be the best spot. So if people who have been watching for a while, I don't know if you've noticed, the whole desk with the laptop and the camera, I had to move it forward like 4 feet just to fit this second table in, to fit this and the box in frame. And even then I had to use my phone. So the picture is nicer. There's nice background separation on the focus from my face and the background. I might keep it like this. Let's see. We have Jailson in the house. Ryan, the first episode you came on, I think I opened a pack of those Ninja Turtle trading cards because I remember that artwork was that it was one of those same ones. That's cool, man. I need to go track down some of that older stuff.
Yeah.
I picked up at that store in Rhode Island. They had the movie. Was it movie trading cards? Yeah, it was the movie trading cards, but they like weren't packs. They were like there's like an A pack and a B pack, and it's a complete set. But they collated it in a weird way, so it wasn't like set A had like the first half. They just like alternated numbers or evens or odds or something. But you can get 2 of them and then make a complete set. I mean, that was the movie cards, not the animated ones, but that reminded me of that. I enjoyed doing that.
That's cool. I meant to ask you, when it's like a wax pack, do you keep the wax pack? Do you like fold it out so it's flat and put that in like a sleeve?
He puts the cards back into the wrapper and folds it back.
Only some of them. Because I have my X-Men wrappers, but I moved I don't know where they are at the moment, but I saved those. That's the series 1 with the teal and the purple.
Yeah.
But they have the power ratings explanations on the inside, so that's why you need to do that.
That's right.
Yeah. When I would open some boxes of cards, like I opened a box of Marvel Universe Series 3 like a year or so ago, and I was trying to and they have different characters. There's like 4 or 5 different pack designs, so I was trying to save one pristine pack opened of each character, but then when you're opening it, you're not paying close attention, you like tear a corner off by accident, so then that goes in the garbage pile, and then you open a careful, and then when you get a nice split down the middle and nothing, then that can go in the good pile, and then at the end you have your save pile and then your trash, and then you save the one. So yeah, you guys know how it is.
Yeah. Do you also, if you can find them, do you collect the uncut sheets too?
No. I mean, we just need to go on eBay to probably get them right. But that would be awesome. When I went to visit the Marvel office in the last time we had a toy fair, which was 2020 in February, I went to go do like a podcast or something, and so someone gave me a quick tour, and they had a bunch of the Marvel trading card uncut sheets on the
Yeah,
wall, and I was just stopping to geek out and take pictures on
yeah.
my phone of them.
The first industry job I had was at a place called Cryptozoic, and so there was just they did trading cards, but for like a lot of like popular TV shows and DC and that kind of stuff, and there were just uncut sheets all over the place. And seeing all of that together kind of made me have a real appreciation for all that art at one spot. It was really cool.
Ryan, I think it's awesome that as a card collector, now that you've got this cross promotional thing going on with, something that you work on for work, but also like integrated with your hobby, like the trading cards, and it's just cool, like being a collector and seeing something like that happen because of someone who's a fan working on the stuff. So I'm hoping there are more opportunities for trading card stuff in the future. I, if there's more trading card art on packaging, which is really cool to see. So yeah, man, it's just awesome. You're in the position to make change. Toy changes.
I'm exploring it. So the GameStop cards that actually came from the sales team, the GameStop, the Hasbro sales team, and working with GameStop and Upper Deck. But then, we were definitely advising on a Legends capacity, and I was nerding out about it. But now we technically, have a couple of contacts at Upper Deck, and yeah, if that's something we think that fans would want, to trading cards in the product, like back in the Toy Biz day, where you would get one, or maybe you get a pack of something with it, where it's actually inside the box, right? Not this like sales promo that is only in one country. Kevin, sorry.
Another
We can
shot at me for no reason. Thank you.
we can make that happen, but yeah, it's just going to take effort, and there's a lot of business stuff that needs to get sorted out too. But it's technically possible, I think.
That would be so cool.
Yeah, there was that, some of those I think was it Scarlet Spider that came with an overpowered Spider-Man card? I think one of them. I know you're a casual overpowered collector and not an actual player.
Never played a game in my life, but have a bunch of cards.
Oh, and the boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Justin says, will the GameStop cards come to? I don't know. We'll see.
I don't think so, because I think it was funded through GameStop US. I mean, I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, maybe next time.
It'd be really cool to put Mike saying, put a card in the box or whatever. The first line I really started collecting was the Toy Biz Marvel Legends. And I remember the first one I ever got was the Jim Lee X-Men Beast. And I at that point, I think I was like 11 or 12, and I didn't have any really kind of connection point other than the cartoon, of course. And so I opened it, and that had the full comic in there, and I used to read all of those and like learn more, and then that got me even more curious, and I kept going forward and stuff. So I feel like those little touchstones like may feel like, oh yeah, we're just throwing it in the box or whatever, but like it can mean a lot, because it can open up your whole horizons to these new characters you may not know of, especially like younger kids who are getting these figures.
That's cool. Shout outs to High School Creations helping me moderate the chat this evening. Check out Mike. He has a YouTube channel. He's going live tomorrow night. He's Diorama Talk. He meets with other diorama creators and collectors, and chats and talks about the craft and all that stuff. So go subscribe to High School Creations, please. He's a fellow enabler, awesome dude, awesome channel. And thanks, Mike, for moderating, and thanks, chat, for being awesome. I don't think Mike really needed to do anything, or if he did, I didn't see it, and that means Mike did a great job. Either way, thank you, everyone. I think that's about it. Ryan, Kyle, any other questions for each other? Or me, doesn't matter. You can ask me a question.
Where's
don't know
the
anything.
Sentinel going to go? Are you going to have to rearrange the shelf heights, or are you going to find a little end table, a little coffee table for him to stand on, or what?
Like you, Ryan, there's some adjustments sometimes. So like if I'm talking to Kyle about Power Rangers, this is kind of here right behind, and then if I'm doing a review for something, it changes. So a lot of stuff is in a state of flux, I guess. And now that I have a giant shipper box, a giant sleeve, and a giant styrofoam tray, it's I don't know where anything is going yet. So no. Long answer, no. Sentinel should hold. Yeah, maybe. Oh, maybe it should be one of those shows where like the Sentinel is my co-host or like
He's the Andy Richter to your Conan.
Yeah, that would be amazing. And you just cut to him, and I would just do a voice of him saying punchlines like, "It appears to be the ace of spades."
You get a little,
like that.
you have to get a little couch, and he's off to the side.
See, that's
Master
on
Mold
you.
throne.
You should have made the throne for Master Mold, and that could have been
There.
So
Well, maybe that'll be the next Haslab.
there you go. A chair.
Man, I had so many toys come in this week, and I'm glad that I didn't get to open them because I can use them next week. But this stole the show. Toy-wise.
I told you it was going to steal
awesome.
the show.
I mean, I have more Ultimates that I didn't get to yet.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Next week I will be doing unboxing Thursdays with Fabio from the ACBA podcast. He's a huge Mezco collector. He's got his own channel as well, talking about those collectibles. So hope you guys can make it back next week. And the week after that, I will be chatting with some of the people behind the Street Humans Kickstarter. You may know Shartimus Prime and Dave Vonner. So I'll be hopefully I'm scheduled to talk about Street Humans and unbox some toys with them in 2 weeks. That is next week is the 21st, and then then it'll be PulseCon on the weekend.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so yeah, I hope you guys stick around, subscribe with the notification on, and you don't want to miss any of these. Kyle, I have your socials linked in the description below, but do you want to plug anything?
Yeah, I mean, super7.com is my most up-to-date work. I'm Wlodyga Dude on Instagram, which is my last name plus dude. I kind of gatekeep being able to see my own stuff because you have to know how to spell my last name. Yeah, so just excited. Thanks for having me. I'm excited we got to have this opportunity. We've been talking about this since like August, I think. Doing something like this. So I'm
August that far ago? Yeah, I mean, but still, it's been
a long time coming. We finally got to do it.
Yeah, for sure, man. And Ryan.
Yeah, thanks guys this was a great idea. It really speaks to how we're all fans in our own right, and getting to know you guys has been fun on the chats, and so let's keep that going. Kyle, thanks for all your work on TMNT that I love clearly, and other stuff. And yeah, just a shout out to like Kyle and the whole Super 7 crew. A lot of the marketing they do, the interviews, I watch as many of them as I can, with Brian and the rest of everyone. And as a smaller company, just really, admire kind of some of the stuff, both the product and just how they talk about it. And their whole mantra of like, no one designed the toys we wanted growing up, so now we're making it ourselves. It's just super cool. So guys, continue to support Super 7 and all the great stuff that they're doing. They're adding new Ultimates licenses and stuff left and right, and so it's very exciting to see what's around the corner. That's a really fun part of the business is bringing in new things into the fold when you have established lines like this. So looking forward to more.
Thank you for the kind words, and also you blew me completely out of the water. I feel like a jerk that I didn't send any compliments.
No, we don't need any. We
I
so
mean,
no
it
worries.
was like I don't know, like look at that thing. Look at the Sentinel. It speaks for itself. Go buy every Hasbro thing you could ever buy because it's going to be top tier quality for amazing prices and made by incredibly passionate people like Ryan. So, yeah, man, Hasbro is is one of the reasons I'm into this whole collecting scene, and I will continue to buy their products probably till the day I die. So,
Dude,
keep up the great work.
There's so much stuff. I was just like, it's not just Legends. Like that may be the thing that we're into, and like Black Series and
Yeah,
what Lightning Collection, Classified. But like, there's board games, there's kids toys, there's Baby Alive, Dan's favorite, and like all that stuff. And like you don't really think about it. Like it's one of those things where it's Hasbro, but you don't think like it's all the same, that coming from the same place. So like it's crazy, man. And just that's the kind of stuff that I want to think about. Like if you people complain about store exclusives and this and that, I'm like, well, they sell other products. There might be deals in the background that you don't know about. They got to carry board games and kids toys and all this stuff. They got to throw in exclusives and stuff here and there. Like it's such a huge like series of offerings. It's actually pretty incredible. After you mentioned the Super 7 stuff, Ryan Yoko said, "We are tired." Thank you
Let's wrap it
for
up.
putting in the work, and because the toys that are coming out, I love it. And
is she saying that we're tired because we're working so hard, or is she saying we're tired like wrap it up, trying to like sign off and go home or whatever? There you go, wrap it up.
knowing Yoko, it's wrap it up. But
Yeah.
but thank you for the hard work. I will take it that way. Ryan, we'll see you next at PulseCon.
Yep, you will. We'll
I
see.
thought you were
We'll
checking
see.
your calendar.
We'll see you too. Thanks, Kevin, for bringing us all together and making Thursdays for unboxing and encouraging that. That is important.
It's Friday. You got to get those toys back in the box, man, and then off to bed for you.
All right, I gotta go, but thank you guys.
Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Kyle, for your time. Thank you, everyone in the chat. Have a great night. I'm on Instagram at toyingaround. Peace, Ryan. There's a long wrap up. Toyingaround.ca. I'll see you all next week. Wrap it up. Better wrap that gavel up. Keep toying around. Peace. Go check out Toy Migos right now. Toy Migos. How do I end? The computer's so far from me now.